Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 303, the 303rd episode of the Geek First podcast. Was that you, Taylor, that had to message the group
The
chat?
Wi-Fi was really delayed, so it looks like it took a long time to send.
Did it really?
The Wi-Fi
but why
too,
would
of
you
all
even
things.
put that in there? We have some things we got to read out, and you're just gonna bump it up.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Oh
is this
my
a fucking
God.
meme too?
No, it's not.
Yeah, it's a GIF.
I
It's a
don't
GIF. It's pretty
understand
much
it.
the same.
Not that stupid. Face again.
He's a great comedian. I am the gun.
That's the scariest GIF I've ever seen in the group
I am
chat.
video games don't make people kill other people. You fucking idiots, Travis Snail.
I am the Adam Hart caster, Dylan Muss. Though I agree with Travis's sentiment.
Yeah.
Is that in relation to a certain?
Yes.
A certain president of the certain United
Yeah, we don't
States.
get political,
Really?
but we're all our hearts, and I don't pray, but all my thoughts are with family. Everyone affected by those two shootings in states. Things got to change there, but yeah, we're thinking about you because most of our fan base is American. So yeah.
I am the Taylor Field of Fields, Taylor Field.
And I am your friendly neighborhood caster. Kirk
So,
Lebowski.
well, sorry,
you,
sorry, I
Travis.
didn't know you were dropping the last name for sure. So this is a newscast. We haven't done one of these in quite a while. Classic,
Yeah.
and, but that's gonna change in 2020. We're really scoping some things. We're gonna talk about a lot of stuff. We're gonna talk about Dylan's favorite thing, the Snyder Cut. We're gonna talk about some trailers. We're gonna talk about Andy Serkis is officially directing Venom.
Let's go, Andy.
So we got lots of news on the docket, but first what we want to let you know is what is happening for the rest of 2019, and then maybe a quick little tease of 2020. Not too much, but a quick little tease. So who wants to take the first month? We're going to talk about the month we're currently in, August. Going once, going
I
twice.
can take August.
Dylan's taking August.
I can take August.
The rough layout of what is
the guy who
happening.
didn't have his phone open. And
I'll
ready to go.
take August, and then you can take September.
I
So
mean, I got it here.
No, it's too
Okay,
late.
well,
It's too late. Let me talk about my boy anyway. So later on this week, you guys are going to see some stuff dropping on Facebook. But later on this week, the Batman fan cast is dropping. We had lots of fun with that. Taylor made one wild pick, and I actually forgot that Kirkland made quite a wild pick for Riddler as well, too. I can't spoil it. But so what's going to happen, that's going to drop. And then we don't know exactly what's going to happen. We're going to try and do it in DVD releases, but we're busy. I got a child expecting any day now, so who knows. But we are trying to do an endgame commentary track. So that's going to be a lot of fun. But what's going to happen is, so as usual, the Batman fan cast will put the votes out there. We're going to announce the winner. Whenever we do the endgame fan cast or the commentary track, that's when we'll announce the winner of the cast. So we'll see. Dylan's won both fan casts before. He won the X-Men and Fantastic Four, and he won Spider-Man. So can he make it 3-0, or is third not the Golden Bird for Dylan?
Yeah, we'll
Muss?
see. We'll see.
Mm-hmm. Except Kirkland did win the superhero fan draft.
That's
People
right.
believe in him, so
Mhm.
good for you.
Thank you,
bastard.
people.
Well, I mean, he might not win overall, though, right?
No,
the winner's decided at the end of the year.
The fans think he's going to win.
Yeah.
But, Taylor's already screwing up with Jamie Foxx. We're going to talk about that later, Batman fan castings.
Me in every which way.
And, it's so fun. We've been pretty lucky lately. There's these Batman casting rumors going on. We're going to drop that cast this week, so we're pretty lucky. So,
Yeah.
And then finally, the only thing in August is it just dropped yesterday. The Clone Wars retrospective is back.
Oh, yeah.
Me and Taylor's recorded a lot of episodes. We're going to finish off that season. There should be an episode, I'd say probably about 2 a month for now. And then when we get closer, honestly, me and Taylor are just waiting to see when they announce the Clone Wars show coming back. Because if it's a little further, we'll wait. But if not, you might be getting like 2 a week. And then D23, we will be covering that at some point. We're not sure because we got a Comic-Con happening. So if you're in Kelowna or you're anywhere near, come check us out. What are the dates, Taylor?
It'll be the last weekend of August, 24th, 25th, I believe.
And what are the times?
10 a.m. to 5 p.m., I believe, both days, Saturday, Sunday.
Exactly. So we'll be there. Come join, come talk, come, take our business cards. They look really fancy.
Mhm.
We'll sign stuff for you.
Of course, for a price. No. And then we'll be covering D23 at some point. There's Marvel's going to be there, Star's going to be there. So that is August. Dylan, what's happening in September?
Well, who said I wanted September?
Taylor, what's happening in September?
Boom. There you go.
I'm taking September.
Yeah.
Oh, man. September. we got It. This is going to be, legendary.
Hell yeah.
I've been waiting for this, it's been a whole year.
2 hours and 45 minutes.
2 hours and 45 minutes. And there was, an additional hour and 15 minutes that was cut, was it? I think
Well,
they
we're not
said?
seeing that.
No, but it goes hand in hand with, I want that whole, director's cut thing. I want it when it comes out on DVD, steel case, I want to get that extra hour.
Taylor,
of
what
footage.
else is
Snyder
happening in
Cut.
September other than your still cases?
DC Retro fan vote.
Do you know what that? Remember we talked about that?
Yeah, we did talk about it.
Remember?
It's gonna be so good.
So for Joker, me, Kirkland, and Taylor, and anyone else who wants to join us, we do DC retros for any DC movie that drops. We are letting the fans decide between 3 movies in September. In the next few weeks, these polls are going to be dropping a lot, so you're going to help us out with choosing content. So what are the 3 movies they get to pick that we would be reviewing?
The contenders are Watchmen, Constantine, or V for Vendetta.
Mm-hmm.
I know where my vote's going.
Where?
V for Vendetta.
They don't know you as much as we do. So
I've never heard of Constantine in my life. I don't know what that is.
Keanu Reeves, he's a
It's a
demon
great one.
hunter.
Okay.
What else is
That sounds
happening?
pretty
Nothing
badass.
else. So October.
I'll take October.
All right.
Okay.
I'll let you
October's
have
starting
it.
off strong with Joker. It should be a pretty exciting
Highly
movie.
anticipated.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Also, Zombieland 2 is coming out, which, as we can tell from our Facebook fans, people are excited for this movie. Because of this excitement, we're going to do a retro of the very first movie, the easiest retro we've ever done.
Yeah,
one
one
episode
movie.
long.
Yeah.
But that's going to be fun. We're going to go back and watch the original and put that out probably a week or 2 before the new one comes out, so stay tuned for that. And then
Stay tuned. We're going to talk about
yeah.
the trailer in a little bit.
we sure will. And then near the end of October, obviously Halloween, Luigi's Mansion is going to be coming out, so we're going to be doing that. And then we're probably going to be doing a Halloween-themed stream as well, probably featuring Luigi's Mansion. I don't know if it... Well, Mansion comes out on the 31st,
So
right?
not
it's kind of
featuring
hard.
that. No, maybe the first one.
Yeah, maybe Blair Witch, this game that
Blair Witch, yeah,
Taylor
for
wants
sure.
to play, who knows. And then also Outer Worlds comes out in October.
I forgot that one. Sorry.
We'll see how long it takes me to play through that game and be able to do a review on it. It might take longer than October, so that might be a November thing. But either way, maybe I'll try and do a stream when that game comes out or something like that.
Cool.
Mhm.
Cool. Okay, I guess
November.
I'll take November. November 2nd is our yearly charity stream for Extra Life, so that'll be exciting.
Mhm.
I don't know. Are you guys excited for that?
Very.
Very.
I'm always scared
Our
because
4th 24-hour stream.
yeah, we've raised it every time, but I'm always scared we're going up because what? Have we decided we think we're doing 1,500 this year?
Oh,
$5,000.
That's a big decision to make.
Whoa. That's a big stretch.
But
That's a big switch.
yeah, BC Children's Hospital will be doing that again, 24 hours.
Yeah.
Mhm. It's gonna be fun.
And then we're having this movie. It looks like solo commentary track.
What is that?
Yeah. What is that
I
movie?
don't know what that movie is.
I know. I got a shirt I'm gonna wear when we launch that.
Oh, great!
It's the best time to wear that shirt.
Make sure you wash it.
Make sure to watch it. And it looks like we got some reviews that month as well. So for Mandalorian, that's on the DC Plus. I don't know why I just said DC.
Oh,
Disney Plus
they
streaming app.
They bought Star Wars.
Oh dear. So yeah, Disney Plus. That'll be the Mandalorian review. Do we know if that's all coming out at the same time?
It sounds like it's gonna be weekly, so
Okay.
that'll probably be November into December, really. So it all depends. We're kind of waiting to hear. I think D23 will get more clear of what the release schedule is. But
Okay,
we'll be
cool.
reviewing it, whatever it is.
And then we're gonna be reviewing Jedi Fallen Order.
Mhm.
That's I probably won't be on that one.
That's me and
I wasn't
Taylor. I
planning.
think Taylor and I will be popping
Yeah.
off,
Yeah.
trying to.
Pop it.
Right on. And then we got Death Stranding, which I'm super excited
Yeah.
for.
Almost here.
Been
That's
waiting
gonna
for
be
this
good.
game for a long time, and can't wait to finally get my hands on it.
Oh, just to find out what the fuck it is.
Oh, I know.
Really.
Hideo Kojima, he keeps tweeting about it, and I just keep wanting to play it. He just.
What are his tweets like about it? Are they like very?
It's mostly just
mysterious?
like, yes, absolutely. He's like, it started raining, and then it shows like Norman Reedus just wearing like a
Yeah.
rain jacket in the
Yeah,
game,
yeah.
and I'm like, man, I just wish I could be there for that weather. But no, I'm super excited for that, and that looks like all we got in November.
Mm-hmm. Who wants to? And obviously there'll be other casts throughout, newscasts, other things like
yeah,
that.
these are just like definite things.
the big ones.
Yeah.
Who wants to take the last month?
I think you do, Travis.
I do. I was
Throw it
gonna.
right back at you.
Sure, I was gonna tease some stuff also later, but December, Last Jedi
Nice.
commentary track. Ooh, that should be a spicy
I'm
one.
really excited for that. Actually.
Yeah, a movie that's still talked about quite a bit. So we'll be
Very
doing
divisive.
that. Yeah, we'll be doing that in honor of the Rise of Skywalker. Honestly, that is. I mean, obviously, not honestly. Obviously, we'll be reviewing that. I didn't put it in the schedule, but maybe Jumanji. I'm not sure what you guys are. I think I'll be.
I
skipping
would
that
like
one,
to
but
see.
I'd like to see it.
if you see it,
Jumanji.
then boom, you guys can
I'm a
review
hard
it.
maybe.
Perfect.
Yeah. Game Awards usually goes on in December. doesn't
Yeah,
it, as well?
yeah. So we'll do a watch long for that. A few years ago, we got Marvel Ultimate Alliance, so that was
yeah,
great.
maybe we'll get some more. Another like a DLC trailer drop or something.
And I
Yeah.
should mention throughout all these months, anytime we get Marvel Ultimate Alliance DLC, we're going to be reviewing it, talking
Yeah,
about
the end of
that.
August, the end of September.
Yeah. So we'll be all over that. like a white kid on a
Ravenous
scooter.
wolves. Oh, that
Oh,
too.
kid
And then-
on a razor scooter.
yeah, and your shins. Ooh, and then the end of December, as always, the best of. It's just a bunch of bloopers, fun stuff from this year. But then probably on that best of, we'll probably reveal our slate because Taylor's gonna make us a nice like phase, like the way Marvel unveils their phase graphics. He's gonna make us a bunch of graphics. Because 2020, we're not gonna talk about everything because some stuff we gotta figure out. But there's two things in the next few weeks you guys are gonna vote on. Is one. Or the retros. Next year, we're doing two retros. We're doing one that us geeks, we're trying to figure out what we're going to pick. And then the other one, you guys are going to decide. So all 6 geeks are going to pick one franchise. We're going to throw on Facebook, and you guys are going to pick what we're going to review. So
Yeah.
the power is in your hands. And then also a thing that we're going to be starting next year is we're going to be doing commentary tracks exclusive for Patreon. We got to put some extra time in those, so that's why they go to Patreon. So we're trying to aim for maybe do about 6 of those per year. Maybe more, we'll see, but at least 6. And February is going to be the first one. All the ones that we're doing, Last Jedi, stuff like that, that's all free, Endgame. But then after that, Patreon, they're going to be exclusive there. The very first one's going to be in honor of Sonic. We're doing a video game movie, so in the next few weeks, you're going to vote between Super Mario Bros., Doom, Prince of Persia, or Mortal Kombat. And you get to decide what we're going to sit down and talk about. I don't know what...
That's exciting.
I kind of want you to vote for Mortal Kombat, but I think Mario Bros. Is going to win because it's just so bad. But we got Mario Bros. We got Jake Gyllenhaal and Prince of Persia.
He's like the main guy.
He's
I guess,
the main
right?
guy, yeah.
See,
yeah.
that I want to see.
Yeah.
I feel like it'll be like a Fassbender in Assassin's Creed, though, where it's
Yeah.
like he doesn't
He's-
make it a good movie.
He's
know?
definitely Egyptian, Jake Gyllenhaal. You
Is
know?
he?
Not at all. Not at all. Yeah.
Hi,
And then you
fooled
got
me.
and then you got the Doom movie with The Rock. So there you go.
I would
So-
love to
was
see that
such
one.
a good movie.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh.
we know what Taylor's vote's going towards. So
So good.
that is 2019 and a little beyond. But like I said, at the end of the year, we're gonna announce everything we got coming for 2020. Anything else we want to say?
No, it's going to be an exciting rest of the year. We
Best
did a
year
little
yet?
powwow the other day just talking about all this stuff, and it's like just every month has some really fun content. So
Mhm.
very exciting.
We got that poll coming up soon, don't we?
Can
Blockbuster
you
poll.
Well, you could announce that right now because we haven't actually announced that yet. When are you going to plan on release that?
Well, wasn't the plan kind of like the end of August? Isn't that what we were thinking?
Yeah,
or
so
were
you
we
could announce it
thinking-
now.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen,
This is
what
the
a
future.
spontaneous announcement. Yeah, the next poll that's going to be dropping, the fan base poll. Oh my God, it's legendary. So it's going to be Blockbuster. So you guys will basically be voting on characters like Godzilla versus, I can't remember all the lists, but it'd be like the major hits from these respective like franchises of 2019.
Yeah, from
all
2019
hitting each other.
to August. Yeah, because the rest of the year you'll have some stuff, but most of them are going to be more indie movies, Star Wars, which we've done. So from January to the end of August, we're going to be
Cool.
doing a movie blockbuster one. So they're
fun.
coming back.
Yeah, yeah. So it's going to be a whole variety of different characters up against each other. It's going to be a very, very good time.
Mm-hmm.
I
It
look
usually
forward to
is.
it. Yeah.
It's always good debate. Be nice in the comments, you know.
And this
Be
one,
nice.
this one will be a little more unruly because you're going to have people from all sorts of different like fan base backgrounds
Yeah.
just battling it out for whatever biases they hold. You know,
No more
Mhm.
King Stannis.
so many gifts.
A lot of bias in that one. A lot of bias.
Mhm. Anything else?
I've noticed this is unrelated, but I noticed you add a T on the end of bias, Taylor.
Biased.
Biased?
Yeah, like you put a T at the end of it.
Biased? Might be the French in me.
Oh, okay.
Biased.
Base.
I don't know about
Biased.
that.
The French.
Croissant.
Yeah.
You good?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
We.
Well, Taylor, we were talking about a little bit earlier in 2019 preview. You can lead us off. What are you thinking about? We're going to start with trailers. What do you think about the Zombieland 2 trailer? Obviously, been a long time. When's the first one come out? Like
First one?
2009?
Yeah,
2009,
I
I
watched
think.
Zombieland actually before I came here. I was doing my homework. It's a great flick to watch while you're
Okay,
doing.
so instead of going to the beach with me, you just watch.
I had
Zombieland.
to do homework.
Okay.
He can watch a movie and do homework, but not go to the beach with you. and
It's
do
very
homework.
easy to have the TV in front of the MacBook as I'm like moving my graphics
Right,
around.
right.
2000
No, it makes sense. You're totally right.
2009, so 10 years ago. So what are you thinking about this this trailer, Taylor, and what's your anticipation for it?
I really am excited about this movie. You know, the more at first I was maybe like, you know, maybe not. You know, when I watched the first time, I thought, you know, I was okay with the first one. I wanted a second one, but this wasn't exactly what I was thinking or expecting from it. But then after time went on, I kept sending invites out, and I was like, wow, this has got like 1.3 million likes on this video now. And I kept, every time I would go on
Are you
there,
talking about
I'd
our
actually-
page?
Yeah.
That's a lie.
1.3 million
We
likes.
don't have 1.3 million likes on it.
No, like views or whatever.
That's a lie
Um,
as well.
It's reached 1.3 million.
Yeah, you've changed the story every time. Continue.
Jesus. Either way, it's our
Anyways,
biggest post,
yeah,
social media post.
big post. But every time I go into that post, I end up watching the trailer. So I end up watching it
Really?
again and again and again. Yeah,
So you've probably seen it at least
He's all the
100
views.
times.
many times.
I get like 30 notifications a day for this trailer.
Oh,
so
yeah.
that's a lot of times.
It
to
was a
watch
lot
the movie.
lot of times, and I just find myself. I end up going through the comments, and there was one comment that was just this person tagged their friends, and it was like 5 days ago, and then the person wrote another comment like, "Well, I'll just fuck off" or something like that, and then the person responded, "I haven't seen the first one" or something like that. It's just so good.
Someone commented, like, "Thank you for posting this. You've changed my life." And I was just mind blown.
Well, I'm
Just
gonna-
yeah.
I'm gonna cut in because Taylor's not once talked about the actual trailer yet.
Classic Taylor.
So
yeah.
what I think,
Misdirection.
so we had, this is a Notorious on Geekverse. There was a big post for us that just blew up. This trailer I think is not good. I saw the first one, I'd say maybe about 2 years ago. I still enjoyed it, but this just feels really dated. I get all the vibes of a Zoolander 2 and Anchorman 2 exactly like that. It's 10 years later. Feels like it's a little too soon. The trailer just looked like a bunch of gags. I'm surprised Emma Stone is in the full movie. I thought she'd maybe be killed off right away because she's Oscar-winning Emma Stone now, but they kind of start the trailer that, kind of poking some fun, but that's the main thing. I just didn't laugh at all, and I feel that the rest of the world is hyped. I feel people are just hyped because they didn't know this movie actually existed or was coming out. So that's why it's like, oh, when you change my life. I think people are just like, oh, they're learning about it now. It's coming out in October. I think people are excited, like Zoolander 2, like Anchorman 2. But when it gets here, one, I think most of these people aren't going to see this movie. I think the hype's just kind of gone. And two, I just am getting vibes that it doesn't have the same magic as the first one. Kind of same little rinse, repeat. I'm not sure. And I don't know. Just even like, I can't remember her name. Abigail Breslin. Like, she's just like looking for plot with the guy. And like, this is what we're doing.
Yeah,
like,
pretty strange.
yeah, so I was not a fan of this trailer. I may see it because we're doing the retro, but even then there's a part where maybe I don't know if I do the retro on the review. I just have I have no interest at all to see this movie, which sucks because I like all the people and I liked the first one. So maybe word of mouth will change that. Maybe a better trailer will change that. And I guess I should correct myself. It's Zombieland Double Tap, not Zombieland 2. My bad.
Right. A good title. A good callback
Yeah,
to the
yeah.
first one. Yeah.
Directed by Broom Fleischer, who just did the killer Venom, which we're going to talk about later. So that definitely has my hype real high. So yeah, I
Didn't do the first Zombieland, I'm going to guess.
yeah, he did.
Did he?
Mm-hmm.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so I got
That's kinda
zero interest in this right now other than just seeing how it does financially critically.
Yeah, I'm surprised that it is the same director. Is the same writer? Like, what's the deal there? Is it?
I think it's the same writers because
did
the
he write and
writers that
direct it,
yeah, I
or
mean,
does he have like a team?
he directed it, but then the writers that wrote the first one were the guys that did Deadpool, and I'm pretty sure they're back for this as well. So
See, that also really surprises me because the humor in the trailer was super weird to me. As you said, it feels like very dated, but I don't know. My history of Zombieland's kind of weird. I remember really liking the first one when I was younger. Saw it when it first came out. Probably saw it like 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 or so times, maybe 8 times. And I really liked the movie. It was a lot of fun. I think it had a good mix of like comedic moments, but it also had moments with a lot of heart. And like, it was more when like the zombie stuff was really, really popular, which it's kind of slowly declined since then. But I don't know. When this was announced, I was like, okay, interesting. I'm curious to see how that goes. And then I rewatched the movie at some point this year, or maybe around when this was first announced, which I want to say was actually last year at this point, sometime in 2018. Does anyone remember? I feel like it's been in the cosmos for a while now.
I think so because I don't think by the production it doesn't look like it's a huge shoot. So I think probably 2018, early 2018.
Yeah, and I watched the movie again recently, and for some reason it just didn't click with me. I wasn't really enjoying it, which is strange. I don't know if I've just like aged past like the interest for it. I'm not really too sure, but this one I'm interested for. Just I don't know, just seeing all those people hyped about it really got me kind of hyped on it. Not necessarily that I think it'll be a good movie, but I'm just curious to see what they do with it right after all these years. But yeah, the trailer to me is very, very bad. It feels like the humor doesn't feel like it's consistent with the first movie. It feels like very cheap. It feels like they're just kind of throwing other random like known actors in there, which I feel like almost takes away from like what the movie was in the first place. Even though I mean I guess 3 of the main actors in the first one were pretty well known even at that point. But yeah, it almost feels like a cheap remake to make some money or something instead of.
You ever seen the TV show? It was bad.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, it
I didn't know
for
it
a
was a
few
TV
6
show.
episodes.
There's a Zombieland TV show.
It was on Amazon. I think it only got 6 episodes. It was brutal.
When did it come out? After the movie or before?
Yeah, after the movie, a few years after. But to answer the question earlier, the same writers as Deadpool 1 and 2
Damn.
are coming back for this. They also wrote G.I. Joe Retaliation.
That's kind of crazy, and actually maybe gives me a little bit of faith. Like maybe maybe the trailer is just put together weird. Maybe there is some fun to be had in this. that actually does like bring my hype level up a bit, knowing that that's like the team behind it, honestly. But
Venom
I
director.
really did not like the trailer, pretty much at all. So that's too bad.
It is too bad.
I don't know. Where are you feeling, Kirkland?
Yeah, it's funny. I kind of feel like similar to you because I watched this movie probably like a year after it come out, and I actually really enjoyed it. I really liked all of the actors and actresses in it. And then I remember, I think it was last year actually. I put it on one night, and it was the same thing. It just wasn't really hitting me the same way, and I just it sucked because I remember loving the movie a lot.
Yeah.
And then so then I don't know. I just kind of like wrote it off, and then when this one got announced, I definitely just had like thoughts of like Anchorman 2, Zoolander 2, where it's like, I don't know if they're going to be able to, I don't know, just make a better version of the first one, because I feel like I wouldn't necessarily call this one like a cult classic movie, but like it's a similar thing to like those cult like movies where like people really love it, but if you try and redo it, it's just rinse and repeat, and it doesn't really have the same, I don't know, shine to it like the original would have had.
Yeah.
And but yeah, same with me. I feel like the trailer wasn't anything too special. Like it is cool seeing all these people back together, but I definitely wasn't like asking for this movie to come out. But I don't know. It is strange seeing like same director, same writer, same everyone, because it's, I don't know. I feel like when they do redos like that, they don't normally bring back like the original people that did it.
To be devil's advocate again, though, Anchorman had all those same people back for 2. Zoolander 2 had the same people back for 2. So you know that's where it could be.
This movie also feels a lot more action heavy, I guess. The first one, like the finale, is pretty action heavy, but other than that, it's more like almost like little comedic beats with the humor. You know, when they go to the grocery store and he just like takes that zombie out with like a guitar or whatever the fuck it is, and then even like Jesse Eisenberg in the gas station, like just running laps around, like, trying to get his door open. Right? It's like not really hardcore action. It's more, like little comedic beats alongside it. Or is this like there's like a whole montage of like a really weird action scene, or what looks like a really weird action scene of them in the field. I don't know. It just doesn't feel like it fits to me. So we'll see. Yeah, definitely an enigma, this movie. Yeah,
I'm definitely not like itching to get my ticket for a review or anything, but who knows? Maybe if I get hyped off people's hype, same levels.
We'll
as
see how that retro goes, and we all just sit down and talk about the movie after watching it freshly. We'll see how that goes as well.
So Taylor, what do you think about the actual trailer? Back to you.
The actual trailer. I really liked how they went to the White House, and I felt like, this is kind of like, I can get on board with this. This feels like something they do. And I think, overall, just their kind of humor and just zombies kind of blends well together. You have movies like Anchorman 2, which I thought was complete trash. And
Rare to throws out the complete trash.
My sister took me to see it in theaters like years and years ago, and it's just, this movie got so fucking weird. Anyways, but what was the other one you said? The other
Zoolander
sequel?
2.
Never seen Zoolander 1 or 2, so I can't.
You not seen Zoolander 1?
No.
You're a piece of shit.
It was just.
It's one of the best comedies all time.
Don't call him a piece of shit.
No, I can't. That's
you can. I'm just saying don't.
That's cinema gold.
I don't know. Like, Will Ferrell's good in some things, but I can't really. He doesn't make me laugh all the time.
Isn't that Ben Stiller?
But Will Ferrell's in there.
Yeah, but
is he a major role in it?
But he does play Mugatu, so he's the villain of the series.
Oh, okay. That sounds awesome.
What is this? A center for ants? Continue.
Yeah, a classic line.
But
he doesn't know.
You haven't seen the memes of that line?
No.
Oh, really? Crazy.
No. Zombieland 2 though.
Jesus.
I will be seeing this when it comes in theaters. Put me there. I'll try and be there opening night. If I can't be the opening night, I'll be there the next night. I'll catch a matinee showing.
Okay.
When we were talking about this trailer in our group chat, and Taylor put down like the perfect GIF response. It's like, is it from Zombieland or is it just
It's from
Jesse Eisenberg?
Zombieland.
And he's just like, oh, one and done for me. That's all I need. So Taylor's insinuating like, oh, I don't want to see this movie. I don't like it. One's good, but we all know that was just because it was a perfect response. And
I don't know
was from the
about
movie.
that. I think because we were trashing, he said that, and then when I went into the Facebook comments, he was like putting the Raise the Roost gifts in the office and everything. So I was like, no, I think because we just trashed it. He's like, oh yeah, I don't want to see it either. And then in the Facebook with our fans, he's like, yeah, Zombieland 2.
No, it's kind of like the scenario where like you could be locked in a room with someone you'd find you're not attracted to them at all. You're not attracted to them, and then after like 10 years, you just naturally form an attraction to them.
When the fuck does that happen? You're trying to relate that to like a something that everyone has experienced.
Are you suffering from Stockholm syndrome or something?
Just kidnapping, like what? That's wild.
Done on Zombieland 2.
I think we can move along.
Yeah. You know what we're gonna move along to? The Witcher. We've talked a lot about
Witcher, yeah.
video game movies, maybe not really adapting. I still don't think there's been a great one. I think there's been decent ones. But we got The Witcher, Henry Cavill, Netflix series. What do you think about this trailer?
Oh man,
It
what
was-
do I think about this trailer?
It was definitely strange just to see like a different adaptation of Geralt, because I feel like when I think of that character, I just think of him, I don't know, from what you see in the video game or like on the novel covers and stuff. But I don't know. It's just, I feel like it's got to sit with me like for a while. I don't know, just get used to like that version of Ciri, that version of Yennefer, that version of Geralt. So I don't know. I definitely want to go into it with like no like, I don't know, past bias for like the video game version or like, because I think they're going for like a novel adaptation.
Yeah, they're based on the books because
Yeah.
technically they don't have the rights to the video game.
Oh, okay.
So anything that would be
Oh.
done in the video games, they can't really do it unless they did that based off the books.
Yeah, so I definitely want to go into it with like I don't know, not holding any big expectations, but I hope it's good. I hope they do the characters well, just like I don't know what they're written as in the books, because I listened to the audiobooks not too long ago, and they're actually really like good. So I am excited just to see like a live action adaptation of it. So
we should shout
Yeah.
this out on the preview because we'll definitely review this one because
Yeah.
it's coming out fall 2019. They
we
don't
try
got
to do all
exact
the
date
video
yet,
game
but
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
Does Netflix usually do like all at once? I know they did
yeah,
that for
they
the Marvel.
always. I
Okay,
think they
yeah.
always do. Except there was one. If it's British shows, it's a little different. But this should be just a binge and
Okay,
drop.
yeah.
Even though I think they might change that in the future.
And
to
then
be
do we
honest.
know how many episodes it is?
I think it's 8. I can look, but I think it might be a smaller one. Let me
Yeah.
take a look at The Witcher.
Yeah, one thing I've always been like really just attracted to for like the Witcher series is
Henry Cavill.
I mean, yeah, Henry Cavill, let's go.
Yeah.
But also just like it's not all about like the action. A lot of it is about like the mental stuff that goes on through The Witcher, because like people just see him as like an outcast and stuff. So I hope they kind of tackle that sort of thing. Same with like the witches. I know they're kind of shunned in that society. So I hope they play on that stuff and not just over the top action scenes. So
Yeah,
that's what I'm hoping for.
8 episodes, so not bad. A smaller one than Netflix
Not
usually does.
13.
Yeah, they're usually 13. So 8. That's an easy day watch for us if we do that. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I don't really know where I am on this one. I watched the trailer and it didn't really wow me. Nothing really jumped out to me. I played a bit of The Witcher 3, but it didn't grab me like it did everyone else. It's still a game at some point I should go back and
Mm-hmm.
really just like blast through for a few hours and try to get hooked on it, but it didn't really hit me off the get-go. I'm really excited to see Henry Cavill in something else, just in like
Mhm.
another role, because I think he's I think I'm inclined to like him, but I just wasn't a big fan of like BVS or Man of Steel in particular. So I think I saw him in something else. What was
Do you
it?
see Mission Impossible?
I didn't see Mission Impossible. I
Oh.
thought there was something else, but maybe it's just the trailer of that. I thought he looked like he'd fit well into
the
that.
mustache.
So, the mustache, yeah, the fake stash. So I wouldn't say I'm excited for
rest
this
in peace,
necessarily.
Justice League. Oh.
Honestly, rest in peace. So sad. I think for me, like after Game of Thrones, I feel like there's a bunch of almost like quote unquote knockoff shows that came out right that same sort of time period, just kind of medieval with a big focus on like dialogue and stuff. And I almost feel like to me this kind of fits in with that. It almost feels like it's just let's try to do what Game of Thrones did, and I don't know what it should do because I haven't read the books. I've barely played the game, but I don't know. It didn't really jump off the page to me and make me like excited for this. There's nothing that really grabbed me in terms of character stuff or like story stuff. What is the story like? What do
Well, I don't. Well,
you get a
I-
breakdown from the trailer? Like what to you? Did
Oh,
it
to
feel
me,
like?
I don't think I get much of the story other than he's just. Other than I feel like it's gonna be protecting Ciri, this little girl who. That's what the third one's about. I get the gist that most of these books and series are about protecting
Yeah,
this
in
girl.
the book series, the main character and not Geralt. It's pretty interesting.
She's
how
the
they
main
do-
character.
Yeah.
Oh wow! So see, I
Yeah.
didn't even know. So that's the problem. I'm going with it just
Interesting.
playing The Witcher 3 because
Yeah.
that's the only game I've ever played.
Do you
I
think
just
they'll
played-
have Gwent in this?
I sure
They
hope
They
so.
have,
I love
they
Gwent.
have to. Sometimes we're playing a game of Gwent that they
Yeah.
ruined, but still,
Oof.
I know.
I never played the standalone
Yep.
Gwent.
It was great, and then they updated it earlier this year and just destroyed it. So yeah, but yeah, I don't.
Rest in peace, Gwent.
I think
Yeah,
other,
seriously.
other than protecting Ciri, I don't know. And there's probably some sort of battle for some kingdom. I don't think this gave too much of
Yeah.
like a story beats of what we're doing. It just was a bunch of like, oh, this character, this character. Look at Henry Cavill shirtless.
Oh
like,
yeah, let's
a
go.
bunch
Right.
of quick shots. So I think we'll probably get one more trailer closer to launch because they've just said fall. So I don't know when that could be. That could be September. That could be November. If they're smart, they should drop it before Mandalorian because that'll steal all the hype. So
Please don't drop it like next to Death Stranding or something.
yeah,
I'll be
because
really mad.
you'll get the boot. You'll get the boot.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, we'll review later. Like Iron Fist got the boot for Spider-Man PS4.
Poor Iron Fist.
Poor Iron Fist.
I know nothing about The Witcher. I just know, I think it was Witcher 2. There was an Assassin's Creed kind of like cameo in that game. But my experience, with the show, trailer looked pretty good. I don't know what is going on. I don't know who these characters are. I'm excited to learn about these characters. And I did read an article where they said that any sex scenes are used to further the story.
Yeah.
Which is probably a lie, but it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine to have just sex scenes in movies. I don't think you need them, but if you have them there, it's fine.
Is this show rated 18A, or do we know?
It should be. The game's pretty. If you're
Yeah.
gonna adapt it, the game there, you can have sex with prostitutes all you want. There's lots of sex scenes with naked Geralt. So, yeah.
Really?
Geralt.
Just dicks everywhere.
Sounds like a medieval Grand Theft Auto kind of.
I don't think it is.
No, not really. No.
Okay.
Just prostitutes. That's the only thing they have in common. I love the Witcher 3 game. I'm not playing the series. I just got it because of recommendations. Love that game. I still play it every once in a while. Still got things to finish in that game, to be quite honest, with those DLC packs just hefty. I thought the trailer was fine. I wouldn't even say it was bad. I think if it wasn't titled The Witcher and it didn't have Henry Cavill, I wouldn't be interested in it. But because it's it is based on a book, but still it's also based on a video game that I like and some of us like, so I want to support it for that. But then again, I don't know if people could count as a successful video game adaptation if it is just basing the stories off the books, right? So even then, I liked that world that's set up in The Witcher. I like Geralt as a character. I like Yennefer. I like Ciri. So I'll be there to check it out. But the trailer, it looked good. At least effects look good. I think Henry Cavill will do a good job. I'm a fan of him. I've always said he could have been a great Superman. He was just stuck in some god-awful scripts. So yeah, I think I'm interested, but it's not on the anticipate list. It's not. I didn't come out and be like, man, I can't wait to see The Witcher. It's like, okay, I'm going to see this because, and like Dylan just said, if it comes out during Death Stranding, Jedi Fallen Order, The Mandalorian, it's one of the shows like, oh, I'll bump it. If the trailer was great, say, oh, I got to watch this. But right now, it's in I'm going to watch this because I'm previously attached to it, not because this trailer was great.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. No, I feel like maybe you could call it a video game adaptation because I feel like the series as a whole wouldn't have been as big if the video games didn't come out.
True.
Like a lot of people went to the books after playing the game because like when I first played the game, I didn't know it was based off a book, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like in a way you might be able to call it that, but since it's not based like on any of the video games themselves, maybe not, but the characters.
Well, let's see once we see the show, right? Because if
Yeah.
it's like really similar to one book and nothing like the game, then I guess that's the route it goes. It's just that's the reason it's so distinguished is because I think the writer of the books and the video game creators had this big massive falling out or whatnot.
Right.
So yeah,
Classic.
contracts. So.
Classic contracts.
Now they're off making Cyberpunk, so no more Witcher.
Ooh, Cyberpunk.
Ooh.
Anything else on The Witcher?
Mm-mm.
Taylor, let's quickly talk about 13 Reasons Why, because we're the only one who watched these trailer, and we're gonna review in August, I imagine.
Man, August.
It's August 23rd. It's coming out.
This August.
Yep.
That's a fast fucking release, let me tell you.
Is it a fast release?
Yeah, because we're in August right now.
They
and
make
it's
these
like,
Netflix shows in like an afternoon. What do you expect?
The show came out last year.
I guess so, yeah.
And you think they would be previewing for August 2020?
Wait, so what day is it coming out in August?
It's like the 23rd or 20th or
23rd?
something.
I'm going to be
That's
fucking
Comic-Con.
busy at Comic-Con. I ain't going to have time to watch this unless I watch it live during
Well,
Comic-Con.
don't do that. Don't put our
I don't want to.
Dylan, you and me will.
I'm out.
Okay, so maybe
Face
we'll be
cam
reviewing it
on
the
Dylan.
week after, but still, yeah, I'm gonna hate watch the show. I've been, you know what? I'm gonna be a little hipster Travis here. When that first season came out, Taylor can attest. I was always complaining like this show is so bad and it does so bad for like suicide and everything like that. And everyone's like, no, there's a great message. And then as the show's gone on, everyone's been like, yeah, this supports suicide. And this is really bad. They've even cut out that suicide scene in the first season. They cut that out because it was so bad. Because the show to me is a kind of like cheesy high school drama, and for anybody, and if you did, like respect to you, but who thought it was like a deeper show, it's not that. It's a show that like I hate watch because I like the characters and I like the actor, but then last season they do this big lead up, the whole season leading up to something, and then they don't do it, and then the storylines ended, and then this season they take, and spoilers, but it's in the trailer, they take the one villain for the show and they kill him off in the trailer, and he's also a character that at the end of the finale they went, you have a baby coming, his girlfriend was pregnant. It's like, oh man, this guy, spoilers, who raped this other girl who's a villain of the show, what's going to happen when he has a kid? No, let's just kill him
The
all.
show just tackles so much
Yeah,
all of the time.
they don't do it
There's like
well.
mass shootings, there's suicide, now there's
Yeah.
apparently rape and teen pregnancy. Holy shit.
Yeah, so I will
wild.
hate watch this show as I did the every other season. I don't know why. It's something to put on. But that's what I expect. And they also announced the 4th season's the last one. But I just don't understand.
4 season.
I don't understand why
Coming
you...
out September 2nd.
I don't understand why, 1, you kill off the only villain of the show, who is like an intriguing part, and 2, the guy who you left for a cliffhanger if he has a kid coming.
Kill him off in the trailer. Hey, that's pretty wild.
Oh, yeah.
It's a
The
bold
trailer was
move.
pretty weird when I was watching. It almost looked like a dreamscape or something.
Yeah. I imagine we're going to get flashbacks to him like we did, Hannah.
I love
but-
the flashbacks.
Yeah, but this looks bad, but I'm sure we'll review it. We've reviewed the other 2 seasons.
Yeah, the first season that totally it definitely sent me for a loop. It really I felt really kind of like depressed the next day because it was a very like heavy show. What kind of happened? The second season totally undid the first season. I wasn't a fan of the second season that much. There were some scenes in there which made me cringe. Like, whoa, this is brutal. And like totally, if people can relate to any of these experiences, I'm very very sorry. These are horrible things. But this new season, like watching the trailer, it just I don't know. It just felt.
Are you still going to watch it? 'Cause I
I'm
feel-
gonna watch it.
okay.
Yeah, for the review.
Feel you're
I'll-
wavering.
Yeah, no, for the review, I'll watch it. But I just feel
Okay,
like
if
at
we
the end
were-
of the day,
If we weren't reviewing it, though, would you watch it?
I'd probably still watch it because
Okay.
I am
Okay.
curious, but I wouldn't be in like a rush to watch it. I'd be like, 3 months.
That's so
you will
specific.
you will watch it at that point. Yeah,
3
around
months.
December Star Wars time,
The
guys.
4th season will be out already.
Yeah.
Jesus.
But no, it's just certain shows make me get really angry. Like you lose credibility when you start acting like an idiot sometimes, and
That's true.
there's certain shows when like I don't know when kids take it upon themselves and they start acting like the adults and they're trying to like make things work and like they live in these little bubbles and it's like why are you doing this? The world, your world isn't in this little bubble. You can fix everything if you just deal with it like how society is supposed to deal with things. Tell your fucking parents sometimes. Telling your parents can really help you out. I would, if there's certain things happen to me, I'd be like, Mom, Dad, let's sit down. We're gonna have a talk here, and
So if you got a broomstick shoved up your ass, you tell all your parents. That happened last season.
Yeah, I would. I would feel really, really uncomfortable, and I'd feel really, really, isolated, and I mean, but it's hard because you have some people who can't. I'm someone who I'm happy that I can take myself out of a situation and look at it from a third point of view. When other people, they're in that first person, and like that kid did,
What do you
he
mean
was
third
gonna
point of view?
a third person perspective.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like you had also had a second perspective at some point that's unmentioned.
That we don't
And
know.
you just have a third. Okay, that makes sense.
Taylor's on a roll today.
But yeah, like the one kid, he's only got that first person perspective where he can't pull himself out, and he gets the experience, and he goes to the school to shoot it up.
You're just
Are you
throwing
talking about
massive
season?
spoilers.
Are you talking about season 3 at this point, or is
No,
this
No.
season 2?
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there many reviews?
But yeah,
Yeah, he really is.
But this is like it's just.
Wrap it up. Just kidding.
I hope season 3, but by the trailer. Well, the way the trailer explained it looks like these kids are creating their own problems. They're walking up in like gangs in the hallway talking trash. It's like, oh, you're in high school. None of this matters when.
That's the Predator.
That's true.
None of this stuff in high school matters as soon as you graduate. I graduated half a semester early, and I was out in the real world. Bills were fucking dropping at my door. I'm like, fuck, this is the real world. All that high school shit doesn't matter. A's and fucking algebra don't give a shit about that anymore. This is the real deal.
Jesus Christ.
That was a rant
That
and a
was
half.
fucking wild.
I like that.
What could be the real deal is the Lighthouse. Let's talk about
Oh,
the
man, the
Lighthouse.
Lighthouse, eh?
Willem Dafoe, the newly crowned Batman, who we're going to talk about a little bit. I'm excited for this movie. It looks really weird. I'm a big fan of The Witch. Dylan, I still say you got to watch that before this because you like Hereditary, you like Midsommar, so it's very similar to that.
A24.
It just looks like it's it's 2 guys going mad in a lighthouse. At one point, Robert Pattinson is punching Willem Dafoe, and there's a huge octopus over him, and it's strangling him. So it just looks like it's going to be really trippy. And when Willem Dafoe's just like, how long we been here? 5 weeks, 10 days? My hard prediction is they've been there for fucking years, like 5-10 years. But it's 2 great actors going mad, and I'm excited for hopefully Taylor to see it so he can get off that Robert Pattinson Twilight thing. Because I think between this and then he's going to be in Nolan's movie coming up, he's going to turn a lot of people around and be like, oh, yeah, I'm fine with him as Batman now. So I'm excited for this movie.
I like how weird the trailer was.
Mhm.
It was super out there. Definitely something different. Looks very, very unique. So from that perspective, I'm excited. And then also, I want to see Robert Pattinson in something else because I've only seen him in Twilight. And fucking Harry Potter, you know, I want to see why this guy is getting cast as Batman because right now I don't get it. And that's fine. I'm sure I'll go watch whatever is. What was the other great movie you keep mentioning of his?
Good Time. It's all on Netflix.
There you go.
And he'll be in the Nolan movie, so you'll get to see him there too.
Yeah, when you said Nolan movie, I was thinking of Batman, but obviously he's not doing Batman. But that doesn't come out until like a while, right?
Next summer.
And how about The Witch? Does that have a release date? Or
The
sorry,
Witch is
not
already
The
out.
Witch. Fucking
Lighthouse is coming out.
damn it.
Lighthouse coming out this fall. I think November because I think
Right.
they're trying to make it awards season,
cool.
Mike. So.
Yeah, definitely check that out. And then Willem Dafoe, you know, the great Green Goblin himself.
Back to formula.
What is the last thing I saw him in? Last time I saw him in was Murder on the Orient Express, which is a trash movie. So I want to see him do his magic because I haven't really seen him in much over the years. He's
a great actor.
iconic because of Green Goblin for me, but I really haven't seen that many of his movies. So
Somewhat of a
so yeah,
scientist myself.
I like how weird this is. I like the shooting of it, like cinematography wise. Obviously it's black and white, but even just like the edges of the screen look kind of like darkened out. It seems like it's almost like a tale or something, like almost like a nightmare, I guess.
Yeah,
so.
like a campfire story. Like it almost looks like the whole thing's like
yeah,
flickering
yeah.
like a lighthouse. You know, that's probably, I get that's the point.
I'm getting definitely Shutter Island vibes from this movie,
yeah.
and I haven't watched that in a while, but I remember liking that one. So yeah, I'm color me interested, or black and white me interested.
I'll color you whatever I want. Ew.
Yeah, I this trailer was wild. I didn't think I was gonna see it, but now you guys talking about it, and we talked about it before the cast. I'll probably go see it. The thing is though, I got major deja vu when I was watching this trailer. I'm like, okay, I've seen these two in this movie before. I didn't know how, but it was deja vu.
Did you figure it out?
No, I don't know. To this day, I don't know. But it was major deja vu.
You watched the trailer half an hour ago.
I thought when you're thinking about deja vu, you're gonna tell us how you were also like trapped in a lighthouse for years or something. Like that would explain a lot. Literally, if you said, "Oh, I also spent 5 years of my life trapped in a lighthouse," that would explain everything about Taylor Field I've ever questioned. You
All
wouldn't
the
be an alien
reviews.
anymore. Yeah, I'd be like, "Oh, this makes sense."
My father was a lighthouse keeper.
all these movies are 10s because he missed 5 years of seeing movies.
Oh.
My father was a lighthouse keeper. Fucking awesome, man.
But no, this movie it looks so wild. I love that part when William Dafoe just cracks up. Like,
Willem.
how long have we been
William.
here? 5 weeks, 10 days, or what was it? You said.
I think that was it. You really committed to it, and then you questioned it. I thought you
Pick something.
You had the voice and everything.
Any increment of time and it'll work.
I think you got it though. You did
I
get it.
don't think the
Okay.
fans are like, quoting the script.
You don't, someone in the comments, "Oh, Taylor, it was this."
Oh, it just
The
it looks
MCU is for babies.
It looks really intense. I think I'm gonna get like a lot of laughs because I don't know what the hell
lot of
is going
laughs.
on. A lot of laughs. I don't know what's
a lot
going
of laughs.
on. Oh yeah,
Did you get a lot of laughs when you watched The Witch?
The Witch.
Yeah.
No, I just felt sad about myself.
I think it's gonna be like that. I think the vibe's gonna be very similar to that.
like sad about myself.
Yeah, well, it's gonna be two guys going insane, maybe murdering each other. I think.
I don't know if they're gonna murder each other.
That's why I said maybe. I don't know for
Oh.
sure. That's my guess.
Interesting.
Or one will murder the other.
There'd be a lot of laughs.
Forever
after
doesn't
that.
know the plot of this movie.
Yeah, a lot of laughs. This movie looks. Yeah, I watched it. A lot of laughs.
Go
We're
for
having
it,
a lot of
Kirkland.
laughs.
Fun time with
I have
you.
not seen the trailer, but
So don't go
from
ahead.
your descriptions, it sounds interesting, and I like those two, so I'm excited to
Nice.
learn more.
Cool.
Maybe watch the trailer.
Final trailer, The Irishman, directed by Martin Scorsese, reuniting him and Robert De Niro in a long, long time. He's working with Al Pacino. Joe Pesci's coming out of retirement for this movie. Harvey Keitel.
Mhm.
They're doing. It's about the book I Paint Houses. It's about a hitman, and this movie's going to be using de-aging technology on De Niro and other people. So, what do you guys think about this trailer? Coming out fall on Netflix.
Hey, on Netflix, hey, that's the weird thing here.
Doing the Roma
oh,
play.
wow.
Yeah, kind of like Roma. So I don't know. This is interesting because I feel like time period wise and like story wise, not really my preferred genre or not really my cup of tea, I guess. But obviously Scorsese is fantastic. I mean, I've only seen Wolf of Wall Street. I think that's the only movie.
Shutter Island as well?
seen. That's a Scorsese film.
Yeah, he's very talented.
Shit.
The
What
bet-
what are other? Is there any other ones that I didn't know were his?
Probably not that you've seen. The ones I always list off like Goodfellas,
yeah,
Departed.
yeah.
He
I
put
really
out-
want to watch Departed.
Yeah, he put out a movie a few years ago with Garfield and Adam Driver called Silence. Was really good. So
oh, yeah, sounds
the
good.
best quote I'd say about him is the one Leo said when they were making Wolf of Wall Street. He said he's a 70-year-old still making punk rock, and that's why Scorsese. Like to me, when you watch Wolf of Wall Street, that doesn't feel like a 7-year-old direct that movie.
No,
but
not
he's
at all.
still he's firing on all cylinders.
Damn, I
And
didn't know
he's-
he was that old.
Oh yeah, and he's
They've
he
been
makes
using the de-age technology on him.
he makes tons
the
of different
interviews.
genres. He's even directed like an animated movie before.
Cool.
So yeah,
Yeah, so I'm excited from that. I mean, from the movies the 2 movies I've seen, but also just he's one of the most acclaimed like directors of all
Mhm.
time. So from that perspective, I'm excited about it. And see Joe Pesci, that's pretty cool. That's really
Yeah.
cool that he's coming back. Obviously, he's doing it because Scorsese is something special. He probably read the script and was like, I got to do this. So that's pretty exciting as well. So I don't know, even though it's not really up my alley, I'm still quite excited for it, I guess. And I'm always down for more of these movies to try out this Netflix release because it makes it a bit easier for us to watch these
Oh,
things. So I'm excited for it for sure.
Yeah, I enjoyed the trailer. It's a time period that I do kind of like. I like that kind of like Hitman, kind of like old school kind of vibe.
Gangster.
Yeah, gangster. Yeah, I really love the Robert De Niro stilt shoes.
Well, that was in the trailer. You'd have to inform the fans before you.
Yeah,
throw
what is
that
Yeah.
this?
in.
I don't even know
So-
what this is.
Travis
trailer on
posted
shoes,
Yeah,
according to
Travis
Taylor.
posted this picture of Robert De Niro, and he's wearing regular shoes, but they're like really, really thick.
They're
so
stilted,
like,
so he's
Oh,
taller than Al
yeah,
Pacino.
yeah, I have seen that. Yeah.
yeah, then I just get a kick out of that. Like, I'd love to wear a pair of shoes like that, but I just
and I
think,
should have
like,
never sent him that because now anytime I talk about this movie, Taylor's like, "Oh, it's the shoes movie, right?" Has nothing to do. Yeah, these are all Academy Award winners. Great plot lines coming up. Have you seen Goodfellas, Taylor?
no.
How have you not seen Goodfellas? If you're a fan
I've
of
seen
crime
Shutter
movies?
Island.
That's not a crime movie. Goodfellas is like everyone says it's the perfect mob movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Why am I
that's
funny?
the bucket list.
Everyone's
I
saying
have it on
Taylor.
Blu-ray, steel case. You can borrow
You
it.
have it on steel
I got a
case?
steel case. It's that
steel
important,
case
yeah.
worthy.
Yeah.
I'll definitely watch
Have
this.
you
You know
seen?
he got a
Have you
steel
seen The
case.
Departed?
Long time ago.
Okay,
I don't
also
remember much
steel
of it,
case
though.
where I have that.
Really?
Yeah, Scorsese is top 3 favorite directors for me. He's fantastic.
Okay.
Punk rock, baby.
We can never do a retro because he's directed like 80 things, but one day we'll review
80,
some
eh?
of those. 100%. I think he's always making movies. He's going and going and
That's
going.
crazy.
Jesus.
He's directing TV pilots.
does he
Kirkland.
does he
Cool.
write and direct or
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I am
for him.
extremely excited for this movie. I have seen The Goodfellas, and I really, really like it. I haven't seen it in a while, so it definitely makes me want to rewatch it, just seeing all these guys.
Mhm.
Is it all the people that were in?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Except this is the first time, same as Tarantino, first time Pacino's working with Scorsese, which is a weird thing.
Ooh,
You'd think
that is
crime
weird.
movies, things like that. But
Definitely.
yeah.
No, it was cool. I saw like a side-by-side shot of like the group of them, like Goodfellas, and then in this movie, it was cool to see. So whoa, a little spike the mic there. I'm really
Spike the mic.
excited to see Joe Pesci. That's really cool. He's
Mhm.
coming out of retirement. So
Harry.
I was yeah. I
Not
was-
playing that character.
But I don't know. I just think it's a lot of good things all together. You know, you got Scorsese, you got Al Pacino, you got Joe Pesci,
You got shoes.
Robert De Niro. You got some
The
shoes
Wolf,
in there.
Harvey Keitel, you know?
Oh yeah,
Hey,
Harvey
isn't there
Keitel.
too?
It's a stacked cast.
go.
I feel like I've really grown to like Harvey Keitel a lot more after watching the Tarantino movies on our Tarantino Retro. Go check that out. And but I don't know. I'm really excited. I didn't know it was a Netflix movie, so that's kind of intriguing to me. The last few Netflix
Mhm.
movies I've seen haven't been the best, but I don't know. I got high hopes, especially for Scorsese.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even like
Jesse
Roma,
Plemons is also in this
Ooh,
movie.
Jesse Plemons.
Jesse Plemons.
Ray Romano is also
The
in this
young-
movie.
the
Ray
young
Romano.
Yeah. Oh, Ray Romano's legit a really good serious actor.
Wow.
Yeah. No, Deborah. Yeah.
No,
So
Everybody loves Raymond.
What was I saying? I was saying, yeah, Roma came out on Netflix last year, and that was
Right.
very much like an Oscar movie. So I
Yeah.
could see this being the same sort of.
I heard you guys didn't like it as much.
Oh, I didn't really like
No.
it. No,
Boring?
very overrated.
Yeah,
but most people did.
Yeah.
So.
as long as the majority, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm
I-
excited to check it out. I didn't know you said this was the final trailer. I don't remember seeing a first trailer.
I never saw the final trailer.
Okay, I thought you did. My bad. Run that back.
Putting words in
Confirm.
his mouth,
I believe I heard
eh?
that.
Aggressive.
Just want to say, I
Aggressive.
totally forgot to shout out, but that de-aging tech that they're using, that was wild stuff. I thought Robert De Niro looked like super young in this. Well, maybe not super, super young, but like he looked
Pretty young.
younger, like
Like Jackie Brown era.
Jackie Brown era.
He's not.
He
seen
hasn't
Jackie
seen
Brown.
Jackie Brown.
Don't
Yeah,
worry.
it's
Skip
it's
it.
been a mixed thing. Some people said it didn't look the greatest. I'm in the camp of I think it did look good. He's a much older man, and also it's still a few months away, so they're gonna be
Polishing
critiquing
it
that.
off,
Yeah, exactly. So let's wait and see. At the end of the day, I'm just excited
wait
to see
and
those
see.
actors. You know,
Mhm.
so
Yeah.
Oui, oui.
You know what? I don't know if we're excited to see this, but officially today it's been announced. Andy Serkis is directing that Venom.
Yeah,
So last
Venom.
week there was a short list. It was him. It was Travis Knight who's directed Bumblebee and Kuben the Two Strings.
Look at Travis Snell in there. That's what I'm talking about.
Soon, one day. But I won't be directing Venom, I'll tell you that much.
You'd reject
You
that?
wouldn't. You would turn that down.
Feige.
As he's wearing a Venom shirt.
no. Is it a reboot of Venom?
Feige walks up to your door and says, "Hey,
Yeah.
we're
But
doing a Venom movie."
yeah, but if it's continuous continuity, no. And then the other person that was up for it was Rupert Wyatt, who directed the first Planet of the Apes, the new ones in that trilogy. But it was just announced today. He's got the gig, Andy Serkis. He posted on it. Twitter, Lethal Protector comic book, so that's cool. It's a fun run of him becoming a vigilante. I don't know. So Venom's a movie. I liked it when we saw it, but I could just describe it as it's so good it's bad. But once you've watched it, it's a one-trick pony. Because I tried to watch it again, and it was tough to get through. I had to do 2 sittings. Tried again after that. It's got worse every time. I don't know why it sounds bad. I think Andy Serkis is maybe just doing this because he wants a paycheck. There's a thing in Hollywood called one for you, one for me. And it's kind of like where the studio wants you to make a movie for them. You do it, and you do that because they'll also give you a movie. Like, I want to make this indie movie, or I want to make this. So it's like, okay, direct this blockbuster, then we'll do this. And I could be completely wrong. Maybe he's just a massive fan, but that's what I feel because I just don't know. Between this and Morbius, I'm not a really big fan of like Sony's little spin-off universe so far, and I'm just very worried about it. And I'm just strange that I don't know who'd want to jump onto this franchise. You know, Tom Hardy and Ruben Fleischer, who's directing Zombieland, they had some problems, so maybe this will help, but like, are they going to stick to the zany type of comedy they're doing? Are they going to... Andy Serkis only directed 2 things, and I was a fan of one thing, but it wasn't the greatest,
So you said this is based off... what's the name of the...
Lethal Protector. It's about... It was.
So is there like an established villain? Or is the Venom normally the villain of that?
Well, this comic that's kind of him just taking on regular crime, because this was the first comic where he was the lead, and it was when they were starting to make him into an anti-hero.
So did he have... Was there... like someone opposite him?
I think maybe Carnage at the end, but very end. It's more about just him taking on crime, because it's like him becoming like, and that's what I think this movie's going to be, because obviously last time was about fighting other Venoms and them going to space. I think it'll be him just taking on vigilantes, things like that, and we do have Carnage popping around.
That is true. Yeah, no, the reason I ask is because obviously Andy Serkis is the legend of mocap, right? So I have good faith that it's going to... No, Venom's going to look pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
Cruising around eating
Did in the
people.
first.
But then also I could see him doing like some really fun villain and doing some nice mocap for that. Whether or not he's in the wetsuit or not, who knows. But I think that's maybe something he'd be interested in doing, because obviously he did that Jungle Book movie recently. That was his directorial debut, I want to say.
No, he did also an indie movie called Breathe, which was okay. I've heard it was fine. I didn't get to see it, but it was fine. But yeah, and I think Carnage is the villain in this one, and obviously they set that up wonderfully in the end
There's
credits.
gonna be Carnage.
That nice red hair on Cleoponius.
Oh God.
Yeah, I'm in a slightly different boat than Travis, because I haven't rewatched the original Venom yet, and I totally believe you that I think a second watch probably wouldn't do the movie well, even though we had a kick.
We definitely had a
kicker in the movie theater, watching together, just laughing through the whole thing. But yeah, when you think about it on paper, it's like there was some really shoddy writing in there. There was just an awful villain, like not an interesting villain whatsoever. So, I mean, Tom Hardy's great. Andy Serkis is great. So, on paper, it sounds pretty nice. And I'm not totally against this universe at this point. Yes, I'd prefer a Venom chilling with Tom Holland in the MCU or something, but fuck it, like I'm down. You know, there's so many other Spider-Man villains that like you don't need Venom. He can go off do this. That's fine. So yeah, I'm definitely interested in this. I think it's a potentially good matchup, but really, it's going to be that first trailer that really gives it away.
Yeah.
Is it though? Because I feel like the first trailers for Venom were all very serious. Then remember when we watched it, we're like, it's a lot more wacky and comedic.
I mean, the first trailer I saw was a fan made, so that didn't really go well.
Yeah, good shows for that. But wasn't there complications near the end of that, and they like reshot stuff or
they changed a lot of stuff.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know if that will. I think that's kind of the reason why it ended up being different than the trailers gave away. Yeah. But I think if Serkis is in this from like what seems like the conception, I'm sure he'll stick around the whole way through. I don't know why I'm saying that. It's kind of a maybe a
It's
bold,
a bold
prediction.
claim.
Yeah, maybe not.
You never
But
know.
if he does,
Tom
then
Hardy
I
in
think
the-
it'll be kind of consistent at least. That's where I think a trailer would
Yeah.
be a good tell.
Like, he stuck around, but Tom Hardy and the last director had problems on set, so you never know what can happen, right? He stayed the whole way through, but apparently they didn't agree on the vision.
Yeah, I'm
so.
trying to think if I've seen Andy Serkis and Tom Hardy in anything or working on anything
No.
before. Can't think of any. Have you guys rewatched Venom?
I have
since?
not.
Yep. I
Oh.
watched it once and then a third time on Father's Day.
And how did those
So
rewatches?
specific.
How did those rewatches fare for you?
They were good. They were good. I'd have to say, like, it definitely, like, the first time I watched it, like, it was like I enjoyed it, and then the other times I watched it, like, it kept getting better and better for me. It wasn't like worse and worse or anything like that, but it's a movie like I enjoy. It's not a movie that I'm gonna go out and buy or I need to watch like every weekend. But like,
No steel case worthy.
no
What-
steel
Is there
case.
a movie you watch every weekend?
Is there a movie I watch every weekend?
Ghost Rider.
Usually something with Nick Cage. No, it's I think the first one was relatively okay. In terms for this, like the second one, I got a wow conspiracy. I just thought
Oh,
of on the
God,
spot.
let's
This
hear
is
it.
this is great.
On the spot.
So obviously Andy Serkis has like a good reputation with Disney and with Feige. You know, he did some work for them.
Good
You know,
reputation. One movie?
too.
Two.
You're counting Age of Ultron?
Hell yeah.
Age of Ultron, he's in that.
He's in it for his, he's in it for a scene.
He's in it. That's
He's
Claw.
still in it. He's in more scenes than I am.
So yeah, he's in there, and you know, I feel like him and Feige, like you don't know what these CEOs talk about in their boardrooms. You know, it's private.
golf
He's not
course.
a
On the golf course, they're in there. They're talking all
Serkis
secret,
isn't
like
a
okay.
CEO.
No, but Feige, he's up there, and you know,
He's
CEOs. CEOs, they can invite whoever they want into their boardrooms. He's probably like Circus, come on, and invites them.
He's just sitting
Come
out of
here,
Feige's
little
office.
Gollum.
Just, oh, fuck, yes, finally. Finally, mate.
So he brings them in, and I feel like he could totally be like, okay, we're gonna get this plan to get the rest of those Marvel assets out of Sony's hands.
That's
We're
not-
gonna get you to
no,
direct one of the
they're
movies, and you
breaking
gotta
laws.
fucking botch it. And then
No,
when it
no,
bombs, we're
no.
gonna swoop in and buy the rights, and we're gonna finally get Venom into the MCU.
You know, this really does sound like something that just came off the top of your head. Without much pre-thought.
And if you play out your route, wouldn't it be worse? Because isn't there a chance if Venom bombs, they say, oh, we want Tom Holland Spider-Man back fully?
No, because there's no ties connecting it to being an
No,
MCU
but they
ploy.
could say no more MCU movies. We're just going to take Spider-Man all for herself. We can get all the money.
Yeah, but if they had such a bad streak with Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movies, and now they're bombing with Venom movies, that they're just
Venom
they're not
was
doing a
Venom.
good job. They're gonna be like, you know what? Disney's gonna be like, here's $100 billion, and then Sony's
Wow.
like, well, we're gonna do
They're
it.
not going to pay $100 billion for Spider-Man. Venom was not reviewed great, but it did make a lot of money, over $800 million. So it was a massive, massive hit for them. And you got to also think Spider-Verse came out, which was them, won them an Oscar. So they're still like doing well. They're not. I don't think if they put out, who knows how Morbius. I cannot wait to see what Morbius. The rumor is we're getting the first trailer in September, so
Ooh.
I'm very
I
excited
can't
just to
wait.
see. I think that movie could bomb. I just don't know how many people want to see a vampire Jared
Oh
Leto
yeah,
movie.
that's not even a bold claim. It's like that movie could almost certainly bomb.
Yeah.
See, maybe again they're thinking like maybe if that bombs, then they can buy Morbius and put him in the Blade movie they're gonna do.
Yeah, but the
Like-
thing is, Taylor, the people making these movies aren't like, okay, this one's gonna bomb, and then our next one's gonna be a big success. They want all their movies to be a success. Like they're not just fucking throwing Morbius to the dust
Yeah.
and throwing millions
Feige's
of
the
dollars.
same
in
guy-
But
the
you
dirt.
said though that Andy Serkis is like willing to do it for like exchange a favor. Like he'll
he doesn't
do it.
know that. That's she's just
No, that's my
saying it's
speculation. And the
possible.
favor was hopefully to get a movie he could direct elsewhere, not like I'm gonna bomb Venom on purpose. So Feige
He's
can
gonna
get it.
throw.
Yeah, like that's a weird.
Venom's not even in the movie.
Yeah, like, that's a weird statement. It's just about Carnage.
Just
in
his
a way.
girlfriend character.
Yeah. Oh, she Venom, but
She-Venom.
Yeah, I have no more retorts to your statement over there.
That's
Go
a
for it,
wild,
Kirkland.
wild time.
I forgot I hadn't been gone yet.
Yeah.
So yeah,
big Venom guy.
I am a big Venom guy. I really like the look of the original Venom, and I have not rewatched it. I feel like I'm kind of doing myself a service doing that because I don't know. I definitely believe Travis. If I rewatch it, I definitely not hold up. I don't know. I feel like we were just in a good environment. We were all together. We were getting some laughs off.
You're
But,
a notorious not rewatcher. You don't want to ruin the experience.
No, absolutely not. Especially if a movie's like a little shaky that like I can't confirm if I'll really like it or if it'll just kill like the first watch for me. So yeah, why rewatch something? But no, especially just thinking back to the first movie, all I really remember about that movie is like the scenes that I really enjoyed. So like seeing Venom like pop off. So I am excited to see him on the big screen again. Obviously, Andy Serkis is the mocap king, so hopefully they just build upon that. But I don't know. I'd say higher expectations than I did the first one going into this one, especially just having Andy Serkis in the director chair.
Mm-hmm.
I like him. I didn't know he did Jungle Book, but that's pretty cool. I really like that one.
Mowgli. Not Jungle Book.
Okay.
Yeah. It's on
Mowgli's the
Netflix,
bear,
so-
right?
No, Mowgli is a Jungle Book movie, but it's not the Jungle Book, the Disney one.
Oh, okay. I didn't see Mowgli.
Did you say Mowgli is the bear?
Yeah.
That's Baloo.
Thank you.
Boy. Good try.
Oh boy.
Oh, shit.
I
Good try.
I hit a nerve on Taylor over here.
Damn.
But yeah, give me
He
give me
watches
that
movie
Venom
every
too.
weekend, so. Anything else on Venom?
Venom.
That song better come back.
The new version.
Moving
Carnage.
Oh no!
Morbius,
Moving in
Morbius.
some DC news. Let's start with Batman before we get in the juicy Snyder Cut stuff. Batman has 3 rumored castings. I didn't put this in our news doc because it just popped up today. But John David Washington is one that's rumored from what's that movie?
Green Book.
No,
Superman.
no. Adam Driver.
Lucky Logan.
Nazi
Logan
movie.
Lucky.
Klan movie.
X-Men 2.
Black Klansman.
Black Klansman.
Black Klansman, yeah.
Yeah, John David Washington. So
You
he
almost
right
had it.
now is rumored for.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, he's rumored for an unknown role. And then today it also came out that John Giancarlo Esposito, who played Gus in Breaking Bad, and Jamie Foxx are rumored for the same role, an unknown role, but there's some hints that it could be, which this is a wild thing, the Riddler, that those two are rumored about. So any of these actors, you like hearing them in a Batman movie? You like any preferences? If you could take one, just throwing it out there, again, the vibe. And also the weird thing is Giancarlo Esposito is rumored for a big role in the MCU. So there's either two things. One, he either has to make a decision, or two, these are just bullshit rumors and someone's lying, and that's not the case. And it's because it's weird that it'd be for, and for that one, no one knows. People have been throwing up lots of theories. Maybe it's Professor X, maybe it's Magneto, maybe it's Norman Osborn, but that's all fan speculation. So,
The last tricks there.
yeah.
I don't know. I liked Gus from Breaking Bad.
Mhm.
I think it'd be cool to see him in something other than Breaking Bad, because I think that's the only thing I can think of that, I don't know, he's in. Is he been popping off in like some weird
He's
TV
in other
or
stuff.
some
That's
indie movies?
definitely his biggest thing.
Yeah. And then, sorry, who are the other guys?
Jamie Foxx was also rumored for the same role of the Riddler. That's the rumored role.
That's a weird one.
Yeah, and then John David Washington is up for a unknown role, which is kind of fun because him and Pattinson are in that Nolan movie together. They're the co-leads together in that Tenet movie.
Right.
So if they are basing off of chemistry, they might already have it, and there's not anything known. Some people have thrown out Lucius Fox. Some people have thrown out Harvey Dent, which I think is probably my choice, I think.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Yeah. The one that I just can't really like fit him into that role is Jamie Foxx. I don't know.
That's the Riddler.
Yeah. Especially like when for some reason it's just tainted in my mind. When I think of the Riddler, I think of Jim Carrey.
Joygasm.
But I don't know. It's tough for me to like think about who I'd want in that role, especially out of that like ensemble of people. So I just want to see a trailer or something, just get like a vision for what they would look like in that outfit. And
Still
everything.
rumored too right now.
Oh,
So
yeah,
none of these
absolutely.
actors could get it, which is my kind of theory, but
So we're not getting a trailer this month. is that what you're saying?
not till 2020.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Out of all those guys, I think I'd pick Gus.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Gus.
keep forgetting his real name, John Esposito. Something.
Giancarlo Esposito.
There we go. I was just missing a name.
Yeah, I'm sure it's spelled. I'm sure it sounds better. If
And
you're
the other
actually
guy's
Spanish.
John Davis Washington.
John David Washington.
David
yeah.
Washington.
David Washington. Yeah.
He's great.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know what he's.
Sample size very small.
Let's see
Only
One movie for both of us.
And what's
Black
the name?
Klansman.
We just said it 5 minutes ago.
We forgot it 2 times.
I really enjoyed that movie. It was definitely something kind of different and interesting. And the fact that I'd never seen him before, but he was kind of the lead in that movie. He really just entered my radar at that point. So I'm pretty excited I would love to see him. Gus, the character of Gus, that was actually when I stopped watching Breaking Bad, is when that character was introduced.
Ooh.
I'm not saying it was his fault. I don't think I ever was as in love with that show as everyone else seemed to be. But kind of when he entered is when I stopped watching it. So I've only seen him in a few episodes, so I don't really have much to say on that. Jamie Foxx is interesting for the Riddler. Not what I would have expected. I'm laughing because I just watched Horrible Bosses recently, where he plays Motherfucker Jones.
I walked in my mom's room at night. She was sleeping, and I put my hands into her purse and took her money.
Fucked her over.
I really fucked her over. That's why I'm Motherfucker Jones.
Such a hilarious character. I was trying to picture him as the Riddler. Not gonna happen. But you know what? I don't know. It's a definitely wild pick. Not what I would have thought. But I don't think it's. I think it'd be hard to do worse than his role as Electro. So
That is true.
Yeah, he needs some redemption.
he really does. I honestly. I feel like so many people could do the Riddler because whatever, like, who knows what the take for this Riddler is going to be. It's almost certainly not going to be like Jim Carrey's was.
And there's only been one, so it's easy to do whatever you want. Like
And no one's like Jim Carrey anyway, so it's not like you're going to try and emulate that. So obviously they're going to go with like a different route with it. And I think they're all interesting picks. Not what I would have expected, but I'm down. I'm down for any of them, honestly.
Yeah.
I want to see Riddler again.
I still trust Matt Reeves after the Planet of the Apes. You know, if he casts somebody, I agree. And that's the one thing.
Yeah, exactly. I was such a big fan of the. He did do two.
The last
two.
The last two.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I was a big
best
fan of
ones.
both of those movies.
Yeah.
So yeah.
The only thing that sucks, we just talked about the Venom news. Andy Serkis, we maybe or maybe not, he pops up in some fan cast, but still, lots of people want him as the Penguin. I think that's very doubtful now since he's directing Venom, because Batman's supposed to be shooting at the end or the beginning, early 2020. And if Andy Serkis is about to direct this movie, it sounds like that's probably a no-go now. So, Taylor, are you still pretty salty over there with Jamie Foxx?
You know, it's unfortunate, but that's life, you know?
So for our superhero draft, to give us our context, we give 5 actors. And last year, Taylor picked Jamie Foxx, and you're always allowed one legacy pick. And for some reason, he chose Mark Hamill after I told him, out of all the people on the list, don't choose that. And he chose him. So you let go of Jamie Foxx. So there's a chance that you could have missed out on a point here. Just like that year, Matt Damon. You didn't pick him, and he was in 2 roles. So you seem to just,
you know, the
be on the
40-plus crowd just love to fuck me right over. You know, they're great picks.
How old is Jamie Foxx?
He's almost 50, I'm pretty sure.
Oh shit!
I'll get an exact date.
They're great picks, but you know, you got to play your cards right with these 40-year-olds. You know,
You really do.
You really do. But no, I think as far as Riddler, I could totally see Jamie Foxx just take up the mantle. I would love to see Jamie Foxx play like Scarecrow. And I'm talking more like the comic book styled Scarecrow, not the Nolan styled Scarecrow. I want the syringes on the hand and everything with the gauntlet
and why,
stuff.
Jamie Foxx is 51. Why do you feel that is a Jamie Foxx role? Just
I didn't mind his Electro role, and I was
he's
he's got that scientist kind of role going on here, and I could totally see him just putting on this like sack and with the yeah, what is it, the
yarmulke.
The hat, the straw
hood?
hat,
the
hood. It's a hat or a hood, right? Is it?
No, you forget those words.
One of the two. I love how Scarecrow looks. Like in the Batman Arkham games, he looks super dope.
He does.
I
He looks
love
fantastic.
to see that Scarecrow on the
Super
screen.
dope.
So.
Not one of the rumored villains though, but thanks for shouting it out. We did
As
just Batman.
Jamie Foxx.
We did just Batman fan cast all the rumored villains, and we did not cast Scarecrow.
You
did
always
we?
seem to veer off topic, don't you?
It's
Yeah.
just the way it goes.
So for both those, Jamie Foxx and Giancarlo Esposito, Jamie Foxx is a Riddler, weird choice, but then for me, both those are different actors, so there must be some sort of take. Giancarlo Esposito is like really inspired casting. That to me feels like they're going to do something really different with Riddler if that's the way it goes. I don't know if I believe all these rumors. It's always hard nowadays. I don't know. I don't believe that he's both up for this and the MCU role. I think one is wrong, or it's just both of them are made up somehow. And then John David Washington, I know lots of people are like, oh, Lucius Fox. Jamie Foxx, he should be Lucius Fox. He's 51, passing in his 30s. He can be the tech guy. He could have some fun, even though he kind of did that role in Robin Hood, and he was not good in that movie. Bad movie. But John David Washington, I don't want him as Lucius Fox, something like that. I think what people have been saying with Harvey Dent, I think that's the route to go. I think, because the rumors is that he's going to Harvey Dent maybe in this movie and just be Harvey Dent, no Two-Face. So I think with an actor like that, you could establish him as this great guiding light for Gotham and then eventurally turn him. Plus, like, obviously, all we saw was Black Klansman and he'll be in Tenet, but I haven't seen him in anything, so him being more of a villainous role could be fun, see what he has in him. His dad was great as playing a villain. So anyone that, even Jamie Foxx, I like. He's an Oscar-winning actor. It's just, I don't know, when I see Fox and Riddler together, and I think like Dylan pointed out last time he was a comic book villain, I kind of got bad taste in my mouth, so I don't know if I need that happening. But
definitely a different time though.
Yeah, but yeah, exactly, different director. So I'm just excited that we're finally getting some news and our cast is dropping. But I'm just excited we're getting some cast and news here, and it means we're just getting closer and closer. You know, so it's exciting. You know what might be exciting for some people is that Snyder Cut. You know, so So Justice League came out a few years ago. Zack Snyder had to leave due to a family tragedy, and then Josh Whedon took over. And ever since then, there's been this whole hashtag about the Snyder Cut. The Snyder Cut. I'm going to read you 2 quotes about this, and I'm going to ask your opinions on just some stuff going on. So Mark Hughes, he works for, I'm pretty sure it's for Forbes, it's for Forbes. He's kind of an internet scooper. He's one of the higher echelons. He's somebody for years that said that there's no Snyder Cut whatsoever. He put out this statement a couple days ago saying, in fact, there is an edit of the Snyder version of Justice League that's 90% completed. I personally suspect Warner Brothers incoming CEO might have the version released on HBO Max sometime next year. He said that's just his guess. That's not sourced, but the Snyder stuff was snores. He said for a couple of years, I believe the official line that only an assembly cut existed till I saw and heard proof of a couple other cuts that do exist, but now I know I had false and incomplete information and another cut does exist. I feel I have to correct the record since my voice was denying it. And then the other one that just came out yesterday. There is a Snyder Cut for sure. It's not a mythical beast. It exists now. It's not a finished movie by any stretch of the imagination. The Snyder Cut that, again, I haven't seen, but the one I've heard from everyone that speaks of was never a finished film. It is a movie that was in production. You could watch and fill in the blanks, but certainly was not meant for mass consumption. So what I'm trying to think is I want to lay this out before I throw to you guys that I think everyone thinks, like Taylor pointed this out I think on last cast, that like Zack Snyder like those are like dark side concept art and stuff like that. There is a whole movie and a second movie that Zack Snyder had in his mind. I don't think that's what they're talking about. I don't think when people think, oh, we're going to get that Snyder Cut, you're going to get all this stuff. Like Lois Lane was supposed to die in these movies. You're not going to get that. What I think is, like in Justice League, there's a cyborg origin that was shot, and that's not in the movie. I think what I can kind of gather from these 2 quotes is that there is like almost like a director's cut that could be put together, but the effects are probably not done, and it's a lot of green screen stuff.
Yeah.
So what I was going to ask you guys, because obviously we've been around this fandom for a little while, we know that the DC fans be pretty hardcore.
Rabid.
Yeah. So do you think it's worth Warner Brothers? Because if they release this, they would have to spend some money on it just to maybe complete some effects, stuff like that, even 90% done. Do you think we could see this in a year or 2 or something like that? Because people there's a fan base for it, but do you think it's worth the money to even put that out there? Or should they just move on from this? What's the deal? But I just thought it was fun to talk about because 2 people that have talked about bigger in the internet space or one person that was denying it, it's kind of come up a little bit more as far as some more concrete stuff. So is it worth the trouble of releasing it, or should they just move on?
You know, I mean, there's so much information we don't have, right? If we knew how far along it really was, how much more money it would take to finish it, I think it'd be like easier to answer that question. As of right now, I think I'm kind of in the same boat as you, where it's like, yeah, there probably is like a good chunk of this movie that is done, but I highly doubt it's a finished product. It's almost impossible that it is, right? So I don't know, like what if they have to like film new scenes and whatnot. I think that's really hard to do. And like,
I don't think they film anything other. They would just take the scenes and actually put effects to them and like edit them. So there's probably like I'd say like 30 to maybe an hour of footage that we've never seen. So I think it would be like deleted scenes that have like, remember the Endgame scene that came out and like the visual effects were done. I think it's a lot of those type of scenes.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think it would be worth it just based on how well Justice League did in the first place.
Or lack thereof.
Yeah, exactly. That movie was a mess already. And I feel like you're just setting up for another failure if you're going to like put this movie out that clearly never got finished.
Yeah, I'm putting money to put it out.
Like I no doubt there's like missing scenes that you need to really make it a standout film, and you can always throw some effects on there for sure, but I don't think Justice League needed better effects. I think it needed like a coherent story, and like I think one thing I should say that it did need was just like one like consistent vision the whole way through.
Yeah,
that movie was incredibly obvious to me that it was cut between like 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7, maybe even 8 directors. Like it
just 2.
It didn't feel like it didn't feel like it was a movie that someone had a vision and brought it to life. It felt like just this gross abomination that was stitched together to be released in theaters. And I don't think you're going to get something finished like that when most of the people who worked on that movie have probably moved on. So
except Zack Snyder, he's definitely still talking about it. Still wanting to,
Yeah.
Do you think with HBO launching their streaming service next year, kind of like what Mark poses, do you think that gives it any more chance? Because obviously a theatrical release DVD, maybe that's not worth it. But hey, the HBO Max app is coming. We're gonna drop the Snyder Cut over there because it does have fan
maybe.
following.
I guess it depends how much it would take to finish it money wise. which we have no idea how
Yeah.
much that would be.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird to me because I feel like that sort of thing would have been the best thing to put into like a DVD,
Yeah.
copy, which is like this is the extra like unedited footage, similar to what they had in the end game thing, because like that one definitely looked unfinished, the end game,
And it definitely was.
scene, and like obviously they have to put in some effort to make it look, I don't know, just digestible to like the common people, but to do like a full. Do we know like the length of what it would have been?
No, because I think Justice League is just 2 hours. I would guess that both Man of Steel and BVS were like 2.5 to 3 hours. So I bet that I honestly do think there's probably like half an hour, because like the most egregious one is Cyborg's entire origin was filmed, and we didn't see any of that in there. It shows how he lost like his mom and how he got in the accident, stuff like that. So there's stuff, and there's other shots from trailers that aren't in the movie. So there's probably a good, I'd say at the minimum 30 minutes of footage that could be in. Same as Endgame, right? That had tons of footage, but they got rid of it. So
yeah, like maybe if you could compile and do like a 30-minute like episode to put it on some sort of streaming service or something, like only if, I don't know, it's cost efficient and if there's a big following for it, which I was a little unaware that there's a big following to it. I only knew because you told us, and then the fans out there going crazy for it. But to me, I just feel like you might as well just move on and just maybe one day, I don't know, someone will find it in a vault somewhere.
There's definitely an audience for it, but I wonder how much of it is just a very vocal minority. And
exactly, and then it could also just be people like, oh, people are talking about this thing. Let's just talk about the Zack Snyder cut and how we want it. I feel like there's not
the same people who just like keep talking about it.
Yeah. I agree, because this was the thing, like, because I don't think Kirkland you were there for, but what happens right now, it's notorious. Anytime Warner Brothers tweets out, all the comments are just like, release the Snyder Cut, release the Snyder Cut. But I really do think it's that. I think it's just a lot of people that really want to see it. It's a rabid fan base, but I think it's a smaller fan base that are just really loud.
Yeah.
That's why I kind of want there to just be some version released, so it just kind of goes away, because I honestly think it would get released and it would still be, we got full versions of Man of Steel and BVS, and those were both either negatively reviewed or mixed. So I think this would be the same. I think people are kind of looking that this would be a savior to like this movie, and it wouldn't be, because he never got to fully complete it. And two, his movie that he really wanted to make, this whole like Lois Lane dying, and like the first, it was going to be a 2-part, and the first movie ended in like apocalypse, like almost coming to Earth. He didn't get to shoot any of that stuff. That stuff they all changed after BVS because it got panned. So like his like full vision, you're never gonna really see it. You'll see, I think, an idea, and maybe that's what I mean. Maybe you'll see like a director Zack Snyder cut where it's his vision. Maybe it's toned a bit different. Josh, we didn't even change like the color palette of the movie, so maybe you would see it kind of like that. But I don't think it's going to be anything major. I think people are hoping for a lot more that's actually there. You know?
Yeah, it's not like if this movie comes out and let's say it's even like a good movie. It's not like, okay, DC like EU is back on the menu.
Zack Snyder's directing the next movie.
Yeah, it's not like that's gonna have like that's clearly done at this point. They've kind of failed at doing that.
Yeah,
and I think they have like a good path. Like they're going around with Joker, which seems really interesting, unique. Birds of Prey sounds cool. We've only really seen the one kind of very much a teaser trailer.
We're getting a trailer in September also.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Wonder Woman's coming
even
out.
Like
Yeah,
James
Wonder
Gunn
Woman.
working on Suicide Squad 2 is exciting. So I think they have like a good new direction where it's like you don't not everything has to be connected. You know, do something different. MCU. And I almost feel like that if you do bring the Snyder Cut back, it's just gonna be like people wanting to get that established again, and I don't know. Stop trying to make fetch happen. You know, it's not going to happen. So
Taylor, you're in these groups with me. You see the outcry for it, just like last July. These got to talk about. What is your opinion on this?
I say green light it.
You got a notorious relationship with DC fans or fuckboys.
The fuckboys with an eye. Yeah, they're always just livid and popping off. You know. You like everyone, wanted Ben Affleck gone, and then he's gone. Now they're all like bringing Ben Affleck back, and these fans, they can't make up their mind.
I don't know if anyone wanted Ben Affleck gone. I don't know if that's a thing.
I think they did.
Okay,
I think it was more like people who don't like Ben Affleck, which I think is just a sizable amount of people, just for no particular reason.
I think at the beginning, I think after BVS, people were on board, and then I think now it's kind of gone.
This whole Snyder Cut thing, I don't know. Like I've always looked at it like Bigfoot. It's like either you see it, you don't. Is it there? I don't really know. You just hear other people talking about it. But
Wow.
I think if they have it and if it's 90% complete, obviously it's in the cards for them. So
Is it? So you think it's worth even? Let's say it costs $5-10 million. You think it's worth putting that out there to even put on a streaming service?
Do I think it's worth it? No, but I want it. You know, what's $5-10 million for them? I mean,
True.
you know, they could easily just
True.
pump that
That's
out.
still a lot of money.
They
They're
could
not
easily.
Disney.
What they could do is when everyone's going to see Joker, they could have that play as like a bonus thing at the beginning of the movie.
The whole
so,
movie?
Yeah. Or just
The
like
whole
the half an hour footage that you were
I
talking
don't
about.
want that though.
So you're
I wanna
going to
just
see Joker, but then it's all of a sudden like Cyborg's backstory. And all
That's
this
like when you
stuff.
go to a movie and then I don't know. It's like the orchestrist person. I don't know if I made up a word there.
Or like when we saw Killing Jokes in theaters and Mark Hamill talking about Star Wars
Oh
for 10
yeah.
fucking
Oh yeah.
minutes
Exactly.
before, and
It's
I
like
was
that's not why I came.
yeah.
God, imagine how mad like Joaquin Phoenix and stuff would be when they go to like the premiere and it's just like, what the fuck is this?
Zack Snyder's opening their movie for them. Oh, before
He's
you
at
see
the
Joker.
theater, like, and now you're gonna see my grand
Snyder
reveal.
Cut, yeah. Oh, and the Joker.
I think they've been requesting and asking for it for so long, and if it's finally just to shut them up and you have it that's like 90% completed, give it to them. You could put it on some like pay $100 an hour site or whatever, and they'll pay
$100
it.
an hour.
And they'll pay it.
That's one thing that I do agree
I don't
with you.
want that because I feel like we'd have to review it, and that's a lot.
I don't
of money.
agree. I don't agree with $100 an hour. Even if it is a small fan base, I do think they will pay for the HBO app just to watch it once. That's one thing where I think they are small, but I think you're guaranteed to get their money.
Oh yeah, easily. I mean, it's something that I think at this point they see it as justified because they'll post like something completely random like, oh, the Warner Brothers CEO, my daughter just bought a house, and everyone's like Snyder Cut, or like, oh, I'm running for president, Snyder Cut, like, oh,
well, I don't know if I've seen it on the president's. I haven't seen it on Joe Biden's posts.
But I just think
Just laughs it off.
yeah, what a story, Travis. But it's just something that's. The fans want the Snyder Cut,
Yeah,
and there's
give it
no
to 'em.
getting away from
Give
it.
it to 'em.
Eventually, it's like a disease at this point.
Wow.
Taylor's cutting to the
Anything
core.
else on that?
These DC
No.
fanboys.
Last movie news is one quick one. It got announced kind of in between we were doing Comic-Con stream stuff. They announced the Halloween reboot or the Halloween whatever that they did with Jamie Lee Curtis is getting sequels. They're going to be back-to-back. One is coming out next October called Halloween Kills. And then the other one's coming out the October after that, Halloween Ends. We had heard some rumors about this. Sounds like same writers, director coming back. One, I think Halloween Kills is a stupid fucking title.
Oh, yeah.
Sounds like it's parody. I'm interested, but the first one really disappointed me. But I will see them all because I'm a fan of Halloween. I'm a fan of Nightmare on Elm Street, Michael Myers, Jason. So I'm a fan of those slasher movies. So I will see them. And the first one wasn't awful. It just really disappointed me. It kind of went into some weird territory with that therapist putting the mask on and stuff like that.
Fuck.
Yeah. So yeah, I had to shout that out. Dylan, you remember that?
Fuck. Those two reporters.
So Myers Bros. Remember, Michael Myers has like his handler doctor of like, oh, he's a dangerous man, blah, blah, blah. And at one point they have Michael Myers in the cop car, and he like kills a cop, and he like puts the mask on himself, and he's like the doctor, and he becomes a killer for a little bit.
Fuck, I wish I did.
Yeah.
I'll never fucking forget where my literally my heart just fell thinking, is this the new fucking Michael Myers? This fucking doctor guy?
So I'll see
I wish
them.
I could remember.
I'll see them. I'll review them. But other than that title, I have nothing to say on those.
Terrible titles. That's all I'm gonna say. I didn't see the last movie, unfortunately.
Yep.
Is that an unfortunately? Should I check it out?
No.
I think it's fun
It
enough.
was fine.
Yeah,
Okay. Memorable, Dylan?
No, clearly not.
Yeah.
Clearly not. There was stuff I liked. There was stuff I didn't. To me, so much of it was just like repeating the original, which, I mean, maybe that's just because I literally watched the original for the first time like the day before, and then I went and saw the new one. But there was a lot of stuff that was
There's
just
a
like
lot.
callback. So to me, it wasn't really anything new or interesting.
Mm.
It was fine. It wasn't good. Wasn't bad. It was just kind of whatever. So because of that, I'm kind of feel the same for these new ones. There's a chance I'll go see them just because I like watching horror movies. But yeah, no, I wouldn't say that the reboot really got me cheesed just to want to see some new ones. So and pretty awful title. And then Halloween Ends is just like
Hopefully.
yikes.
But you know it won't because in 5 years
Yeah.
they'll make another one. It's like, come on now.
Ends
Halloween's
again.
back.
Yeah.
I liked the Halloween movie. I thought it was not too bad. I've seen it a few times. Watched it like a couple weeks ago,
Steel
actually.
case?
No steel case.
Wow.
Do you have it on
Um,
DVD?
The new one? No, I wanted to get it, but I was like,
How'd you watch it a couple weeks ago.
$29 for the DVD Blu-ray.
Oh,
I watched it on Crave.
Let's go Crave.
Let's go, Crave.
But Yeah, it's I don't mind the name Halloween Kills. Like, Halloween can kill people. It's a very dangerous
Can
time
it?
of year.
True.
Gotta
There
be
was that
careful.
Nick Cage movie where that happened.
Halloween specifically.
Which Nick Cage movie?
Fuck, what's it called? Ghost of.
It's like pay the ghost.
Pay the Ghost.
Awful.
That
Check out a
sounds
Netflix
great.
fail review
You
we
should
did
watch it,
years
yeah.
ago. It's awful.
Halloween Ends, it just made me think like maybe because of how bad Michael Myers gets, the government just is ending Halloween in the States. It's just that's how the title kind of makes me think.
I don't know. I don't think that's the storyline at all. I don't think the crux of Halloween Kills, they kill off Michael Myers, then Halloween Ends is just a whole movie about the government. Oh, should we stop Halloween? I don't know. Like, there's no
No,
Michael
I-
Myers.
I think the name is representing Michael himself. So you obviously got Halloween, where
Yes.
it's just Michael Myers. Holy shit!
You don't have to pay any attention to it, guys.
We're
It's
talking
just-
about Halloween though.
That's nothing to do with that.
But then you got Halloween Kills, where obviously Michael Myers is killing people, and you got Halloween Ends, where it's gonna be Michael Myers' end, his
Right,
death. And I guarantee the
right. Just say, hurry up here. You're making this
Oh,
too
that's it.
long. Oh god, we're moving into video game news. This is some minor spoilers if you don't want anything spoiled on potential people in Marvel Ultimate Alliance, because this came out around stream time. Same thing after stream and Comic Con. There's a period where we weren't casting because we were just tired and we did some stuff, So there's a data mine, and there's 4 characters: Vision, Valkyrie, Black Bolt, and Medusa, and then a bunch of costumes. What would we think about any of these characters? And I guess that's about it, because we haven't talked about it on cast yet.
The number one that jumps out at me is definitely Vision or Valkyrie.
Vision.
I feel like Valkyrie would just be a really unique playstyle.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Mm.
They incorporate the horse or the Pegasus, whatever it is, similar to a
Like a
Ghost
horse
Rider
bite.
thing.
That'd be cool.
That'd be
She
really
double
cool.
jumps, just
Yeah.
like ride the Pegasus.
And I feel like Vision, I don't know, just for the type of character he is, he could just be one of those like OP
Yeah.
blasters in the back. I don't know. The other ones, I don't know, like what's Black Bolt from?
Inhumans, he can't speak.
Okay.
When he opens his mouth, he can destroy cities. Sonic Blast.
So Medusa
Oh,
kind
okay.
of speaks for him. Is
Yeah.
like the
Oh,
story.
Medusa can
she
control
has
her
like
hair.
a lot of hair, and
Oh,
she
okay.
can use it to like
Shouts out
attack
to
people.
old Medusa from something.
It's kind of what
Back
it's
in the day.
based upon.
Okay.
Greek
Yeah.
mythology.
Greek mythology. Thanks, Dylan. But yeah, so I don't know. I have no experience with Black Bolt or Medusa, so
Mhm.
mean,
I think we'll see Vision and Ant-Man at some point
Mhm.
because
so going back to Ant-Man, I thought you were off that Ant-Man train.
well, so the way I look at it is, later this month they're releasing Colossus and Cyclops.
Let's
And
go.
why are they doing that? They have an X-Men pack coming out. Well, I think it's because they're gonna have like free DLC a month, and then like they're part of the paid DLC pack, and then another free DLC. And I think they're gonna kind of rotate that until at least the Fantastic Four thing is out, and then maybe at that point, maybe they do a DLC pack too. Maybe they start working on another game. Maybe they just don't make another one. Who knows? But I think in terms of the next big characters to make it in, I feel like Vision just like. He's already in the game a lot. He never really attacks or anything, but he's already got like a full model. Ant-Man kind of does too. He's more like a cutscene sort of character, but I just feel like those two are so popular of characters that I feel like they got to put them in. So I think those two have a good shot. And Valkyrie I could see as well, and I think that'd be a fun one. I actually kind of want to see that. And I'm even down for Medusa. Black Bolt, he doesn't really interest me like powers wise. He seems kind of weird, but Medusa seems really cool. She's got a cool look, and her powers are pretty interesting. So I'd be down for them, and I could see those two as well, like an Inhumans sort of pack as well. I already did find it kind of strange that they had like one playable Inhuman with Crystal, and then like Lockjaw's kind of in the story for a little bit, and they go
A
to
whole
Atlan
level.
for like the shortest level in the game. So I don't know if it almost felt like kind of unfinished content, like that Inhumans part of the game. So I don't know. Maybe they started working on those characters but could never finish them, and maybe they'll release them later or something. But I think those are all like. They all seem pretty likely.
Yeah.
The only thing that kind of throws it off is someone from the Smash. It's not the Smash.
Smash it. Mario's coming
the Ultimate
over.
Alliance Discord
It's a me, a Mario.
was digging through the game files and was like, he's looking at all the audio files and found, how like all the characters have like yes, no, like good job, or be careful, like little things like
Emotes and
emote
whatnot,
things you
yeah.
can say. He found like dialogue like that for pretty much every character, like NPC and bosses, like just tons of characters randomly have that stuff, even though none of it shows up in the game. which is kind of weird, right? You think, why would they do that? Well, one reason is maybe if they're planning on releasing them later, then you don't have to get the voice actors back, and you already have all that stuff
Right.
there. You're good to go. Now the weird thing about that is it had audio files for like pretty much every character, but not Medusa.
Give me Kingpin. I wanna
And
play
not
as
Black
Kingpin.
Bolt. Black Bolt makes sense because he literally
doesn't
doesn't talk. But yeah, there wasn't any for Medusa, which is kind of strange and maybe like throws me off of that. I don't know, that like data mine, I guess.
Yeah. I kind of hope so because I'm like, I'll show my bias. I'm not an Inhumans fan. I do think Medusa and Black Bolt could be kind of cool. I just would rather the time be put elsewhere. Valkyrie could be good. I'd have to play with her because sometimes I feel the brawling characters can be really fun, or those are ones you throw to the side. For me, it's Vision. That's the one I want the most out of that bunch. That's the one I care. I'll try them all. That's the same way with this game. There's only a few. I could count on one hand of characters I'm disappointed with. Other than that, I like almost everyone in this game. So Vision, I'm very excited for. But the other four, or the other three, that'd be good, but I wish they maybe spent their time elsewhere. But yeah, that's interesting facts. I don't know if there's one boss I could pick. It's easily gonna be Mysterio, obviously, but I don't think that. I think that.
Yeah,
They must
the
be for
thing is
something
that-
else, though. I think, right?
I don't know,
it could
that
be playable.
the data mine you're talking about is kind of weird because it also doesn't include Colossus and Cyclops. So
Yeah.
I don't know how much weight to really put in it
Yeah.
anyway. I think it like maybe those characters they were planning originally to work on, but maybe they just like a couple months in, just design wise, weren't really too happy with them. Maybe story wise, like, oh, we're not even going to have that much of it in Humans level. What's the point? Who knows? Like, what's going on there? But yeah, the fact that like Cyclops and Colossus aren't part of that already makes me
Suspicious.
kind of debunk it in a way.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see.
yeah.
Definitely an interesting bout of characters. I think we will see more free characters other than just Colossus and Cyclops, and I think those ones are pretty much prime suspects in terms of already being in the game and walking around, and you can talk to them. So they already have a lot of the models and stuff finished. Some of them even have attack animations and
Oh.
whatnot. So
I
I feel like they're probably
they're-
characters than someone who hasn't been in the game at all already, which is obviously like Cyclops and Colossus. They're in the X-Mansion level. They're fighting. They're shooting lasers and punching things. So, you know, you can already see how they could like build that into a playable character at
Yeah.
some point. So, and I feel like they can make these characters in like not that long of time compared to, I don't know, some other games with bigger rosters, I guess.
Yeah.
No.
Same time as
Taylor-
a Marvel Netflix series.
Yeah.
Or not a Marvel specifically, just a Netflix series. Taylor?
Any thoughts, Taylor?
You know, just in my opinion, the more characters, the better. I would just say, you know, add them all on. I'd love to see Valkyrie. I'd love to see Ant-Man. Vision, I'd really be down for because I get kind of like a Doctor Strange, Iron Man kind of combination vibe with how he would kind of be. I like to see Beast in there. I like to see so many of these characters, but you know, that being said, I would want more villains than heroes. I want Green Goblin. I want, you know,
Let's go Green Goblin.
Mysterio.
Yeah.
You know, when I picture Green Goblin, I'm thinking, okay, he could be like similar to Ghost Rider, where like he's not on his glider the whole time. You're running around, but he's got that move where it's just like hopping on your bike as Ghost Rider and zooming. He hops on his glider and slides through guys
in
and
Ultimate
stuff.
Alliance 2,
Yeah.
Green Goblin, his double jump puts him on the glider, and then you can move up and down, and then he has like a gun, but he also has a rocket.
Mhm.
It's
So,
so
it's just
cool.
super fucking cool. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I would like. I think there's some. I wouldn't go as far as like allowing MODOK to be playable, even though that'd be super sick.
Kicking people.
Why not? Let's do it.
I would be down for it, but I mean,
Taylor
I'd rather
wants
have.
those legs.
I do want those legs. I'd want that slot to be taken up, you know, by like other villains and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So
By
get
Claw.
Bullseye in there.
Bullseye.
Fucking
Yeah.
Bullseye. Camera Destroyer 5000.
That's his finish.
It's like a Deadpool like fourth wall thing. just like-
yeah.
Claw would be pretty cool too to play as, to be honest. Shooting the sound waves and stuff from his mixtape.
I said as a meme. But,
He wouldn't be my preferred pick, but I like his color scheme.
Yeah.
His abs just kind of weird me out.
Yeah.
They're all
Yeah.
chiseled.
So check back in August because we're gonna do another, or kind of end of August, beginning of September. We're gonna do another tiers ranking once we play with Cyclops and
Yeah, well, what do you
Colossus.
guys? No, Travis owns a Switch now in the game. Taylor bought the game after our review.
Kirkland, we're
hasn't quite
waiting.
got it
I'm
yet.
coming.
We're waiting.
But
It's
how
coming.
you guys are liking the game?
Love
from
it.
the sounds of it.
It's great. I was up at my mother-in-law's this weekend. Could take the Switch with me
Mhm.
anytime I wanted. Just plug in half an hour. I love it. It's a game that I know that I wanna. Even once I beat it, because I'm almost done. Superior, I think I'm on.
Nice.
Like coming up to Thane. So even when I
Good
beat
stuff.
it. Even when I beat it, I know I'm just going to do Infinity Trials over and over. I'm going to
Oh,
try and get
yeah.
everyone up to 100, even the people I don't like, because that's just the type of way it's like I said in the review, it's a grindy game that I like. I want to, so sometimes I feel bad. I'm like, Drax is still level 21, but it's like, you know what? I'll get there. I'll get there eventually.
Mhm.
Right now it's about unlocking stuff. So right now I'm just trying to finish on Superior so I can get to Thanos and unlock that. But yeah, I love this game. I will be playing it for honestly years. So it's a nice course until Luigi's Mansion, because I don't think I'm buying any
and then
other
just like
game.
a steady drip of content too to just keep you interested.
And Blade. I can't Blade, and I'm most hyped right now. It's my Discord profile picture.
Hell yeah.
Someone made a great Mahershala Ali profile like fan art. So I cannot wait for that Marvel's Night Pack, and I can't wait to see who they reveal for X-Men. I'm very curious.
Yeah,
His fans have been popping off with theories. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm thoroughly enjoying my experience with it. Like my goal was to finish the game on the whatever difficulty it
Mighty.
was. Yeah, I guess it was Mighty.
nah,
yeah.
he did friendly.
To unlock Superior.
you rookie.
weak.
Need friends to get Loki.
You know what? That battle was fucking hard.
I did it by myself.
I'm glad I had someone help me. So
Did you use any XP cubes too? Cube
no,
Rider?
I did no XP cubes throughout this whole
Yo,
playthrough.
no Cube Rider.
No Cube Rider.
Cube
No.
Rider died.
No, my
24-hour
level
stream.
50 Cube Rider was just powering through Thane like no tomorrow. Thane was super easy to take on for some
Yeah.
reason this time. I don't know what we were doing.
Synergy moves.
I guess.
It's
That's
because we
yeah.
it's because we spread out so much on the 24-hour stream, and we didn't have any characters that were like the required level, because we were just playing everyone, which I don't think is a problem.
And we were
but-
awake for 22 hours, which
Yeah, we were
definitely
pretty sleepy.
inhibits a
we were
little
pretty
bit.
Sleepy, yeah.
But no, I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I have company coming over this weekend, so my plan was to, like beat through like the campaign once, because like playing it locally, like with friends, like it's just so much fun. Like especially after the experience with you guys in the live stream, it was so great. But no, I'm super excited to try out. You know, when Moon Knight and Blade pop in, that's gonna be so much fun. I can't wait to get Moon Knight and just see what's going on with him. And yeah, I'm going to be branching out and trying other characters. Right now, I just wanted to get my Ghost Rider really, really high. That's why he's like 52.
Nice.
And my Hulk, Hulk, Miles Morales, which is an absolutely amazing character. I'm ashamed of myself I didn't try him during the live stream, because
no one did.
his electrical like attacks and stuff are so good,
He's a
and
lot
his
of fun.
synergies are so fantastic. And Iron Man's not too bad now that I've kind of gotten him
yeah,
up there.
Yeah, he's definitely not as OP
A
as
little
the other
underwhelming.
games, but yeah.
Yeah.
How's it going for you, Kirkland?
Groovy. Can't wait to get it.
Get it, man.
What other game news you got over there, Dilmus?
Some random sort of stuff.
Mhm.
One, the PS Plus games for August were announced. I guess those are coming out soon. Yeah, another dud of a month. We got it's called like Wipeout something edition. It's like some futuristic racing game, I guess. So I don't know. I'll give it a download, see what it's like. And the other one is Sniper Elite 4, which
yeah.
I don't know. Is that like kind of like Ghost Recon? Is kind of what I got.
I heard it's not
Kind
good.
of,
I heard it's
yeah.
not that good.
No.
Taylor seems offended.
No. I was just saying the Sniper Elites, they got a cult following, I'd say.
Yeah, they do. I'd agree with that.
It's
Cult
just a weird,
following.
I guess last month really wasn't that disappointing. It was just because Detroit was one of them, and I already played through
Yeah.
that game, so I wasn't too interested. But that is a really good release for PS Plus. But
Mhm.
other than that, it's been really lackluster the last few months in general.
Did you download Detroit?
I don't think I did actually.
You should.
Thinking
You probably
back.
have a few more days. If not,
Okay.
you're probably done. Actually.
Well,
Yeah, it's
I
August
feel
now,
like I
so.
usually just automatically do it, but July was really busy,
Because
so
they
I
put the
wasn't
new
really
ones in
on my
on the
PlayStation.
first Tuesday of the month, right? I think that's usually what they do.
Ooh.
So
I just thought you.
I don't know if they
oh,
take out the other ones at the
I
very
don't
end
know.
You
of
might
the
have a
month.
chance tonight.
I'll find out.
I
if
would
I
go.
have
I
them
would
or not.
try tonight because
Yeah.
Yeah.
if it is still on there, it's getting refreshed tomorrow. So
Yeah.
Cool.
If Emily didn't play Friday 13th so much, I would get rid of this right now. But
But you can play the Switch now, so that's the beauty of it. Well, she's playing Friday 13 on the TV. You can play handheld
what does that
mode,
have
right?
to do with me paying for my PS Plus subscription though?
I'm just saying because you said she plays Friday the 13th so much,
That wasn't the complaint. The complaint is because you have to. Have
I'm just trying to add a little bit of a positivity here.
You have to have an online service for that, but it's fine eventually. Because every once in a while, when they throw in that good game, you're like, okay, like there was
Yeah.
1 month that was really good, and they do have good deals. Like I know Comic-Con, like that's how I got like
True.
Doom and saw that they were doing half off. So
Yeah.
it's fine. I'll probably keep it until next November once PS5 comes out. I'm there. I pay it yearly, so I don't pay it monthly. So
Yeah, same.
we'll see. And then and I definitely just wanted to be nice and sync because I hope they answer that with PS5 soon about what happens to the download games if I can just
yeah,
play them because they said it's backwards compatible. So if I bought Detroit, I should be able to play it PS5. I just wondering with saves what's going on there, how that would work.
yeah,
Right.
it's cloud service. That's what the Switch has, like a cloud service. So
Yeah. So
maybe
and,
if they
I,
implement something like that.
and Xbox doing that, so I'm sure they will. I'm excited to hear what we
yeah,
get.
I just want them. I don't know. I guess the last game that I got that I really liked was What Remains of Edith Finch, which highly recommend. Amazing game, but it is also only like 2 hours to complete it. It's
Yeah.
a very short, like story-driven game. So that was awesome, but even then, it's like that's not a typical $80 game.
Right.
So I don't know. I kind of
There's-
want them to put some other big bangers
Oh
on
yeah,
there, you know?
like when they dropped like Metal Gear Solid, that was sweet that they added that. They
Mhm.
added Detroit last month. Hopefully, I got it.
yeah, like since Metal Gear Solid, like they haven't dropped something on that tier, I don't think, since then, really.
Yeah, no, I'm trying
Detroit,
to think.
you can kind of count. It was still like full price. It's a
Yeah.
PlayStation first, like first party game. So
Yeah, I
I'm
guess-
waiting
I
for
guess
Days
you're right.
Gone to get on there. They got to
That's
drop
true.
that.
I'd love
They
to
gotta
try that
drop
They
it.
have to.
'Cause
Yeah.
that game bombed.
Oh,
so
yeah.
and that's their only bomb. Like even Detroit, I think got more mixed reviews. It's still like 70s, but it still sold well. Like what that game
Yeah,
wanted.
no, it was
so.
just like personally a little bit disappointing for me.
Yeah, so other than Days Gone, they've not had a bomb this generation, so they need to get that up there.
Yeah, I guess they don't need to, is what they have.
I know, but they should. They should.
What else? There was Outer Worlds is officially coming to Switch, which is kind of it was surprising to me just because Obsidian recently got scooped up by Microsoft, and obviously they made Outer Worlds before that partnership happened. We already knew this was going to like PS4 and stuff as well. But I just found it a little interesting that it was they're this late in the game coming out in just a couple months, that they're going to Switch. They didn't say explicitly in that video that it's coming out on the same day as the rest, so I could see that they're like, it's going to take them some time to make the Switch version.
Downgrade it.
But yeah, definitely an interesting game to put on there. I mean, I think the Switch is just great because of how many different types of games it's putting out there.
Right.
I won't be getting it on the Switch just because I'm fearful of
Frame rates.
load times, frame rate, downscaling,
Yeah.
things like that. But honestly, if the game ever goes on sale, which maybe it will someday because it's not a Nintendo first-party game. Normally, they're like Mario Party goes on sale for like $5 off, and it's like,
Yeah.
well, that's not even. I'm not even saving money. But
Yeah, the other thing on that just same topic is also like if they drop the I don't know, there's just rumors that they're dropping like a more powerful version of the Switch, so maybe you won't be getting like frame drops, or
true.
they won't have to downscale
Well, the
it
one
as
they announced
much.
is like a handheld.
The lighter
Oh,
one.
Yeah,
I heard it
it's-
just got like a longer battery, right?
Well,
Maybe
it is stronger, but it's
No dock.
also like the thing is because when you go from Switch handheld to the dock version, like it downscales it to go to the handheld mode. So I wonder if the handheld mode of the new one is like as strong as or as high quality as like what the dock version would be. In
Right.
which case, it's not really doing much. But I don't know. I guess I definitely won't be getting a new Switch and a new version of the Switch unless they do like a dock version that's powerful
Yeah.
as well.
Same.
Because if they did, like, I would definitely try a lot of these, like, other Bethesda games, get, like, Doom and stuff for the Switch just because I love the console so much. But
Yeah.
I mean, I've experienced with Ultimate Alliance 3, like, a ton of random frame drops when you play the game handheld mode. Like, there is a ton of dropped frames, and the game's already 30 frames per second, which is pretty low, like, for
Mhm.
my standards. So, yeah, like, it's gonna take something for them to convince me to buy, like, because obviously Nintendo's first-party games, like, they make sure those...
Yeah.
I mean, even then, like, they're kind of lower scale and in the sense that they can run at, like, max capacity, but I don't know. I'm just too fearful of everything I've heard. Even, like, Crash Team Racing, I just heard had abysmal load times on the Switch.
Yeah,
so it's
that's
like,
brutal.
I would love to get it on that console, but I'm a real snob when it comes to
Yeah.
load times and frame rate. So until, like, that stuff is better on, like, a Switch 2.0, then I won't really be getting it, but I think it is cool that Outer Worlds is going there.
Oh, for sure. I feel like I'm kind of in the same boat as you though, because
Mhm.
like me, I really like the concept of the Switch. How like I don't know if like you could be playing on your couch and then
Mhm.
you don't even have to turn it off or like switch anything. You can just pick it up
Yeah,
and then
it's
take it. Like it's a
quick.
really cool concept, but definitely just I don't know bottlenecked at those frame time or
Mhm.
the like the frames.
Yeah.
Like, especially that it's capped at 30. Is that when it's docked as well? Or
For
just
Ultimate
handheld?
Alliance, it is. That's not like every game. Like
Oh, okay.
Smash runs at 60. I'm pretty sure all the Nintendo first-party
Okay.
games run at 60. It's
Oh,
just
okay, yeah.
Ultimate Alliance.
I'm assuming
So-
Witcher though, like especially like when that's a Switch game, that'll be
Yeah.
taking a
I heard
hit.
it looks
Fearful.
pretty meh on
Fearful,
the,
yeah, exactly.
And even any game that you run in handheld mode, like the downscaling is definitely noticeable.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It's like at that point, it doesn't feel like you're playing big like scale console games, but it doesn't feel like you're playing on a console quality. So
No, for sure.
I appreciate the meme there. So I don't know.
Big
Either way,
scale.
it's a cool announcement. And then the other, I guess, Switch-based thing is the new Smash character just came out
Hero.
about a week ago. Hero, the kind of protagonist from Dragon Quest game. I've played a few matches with him now. Really interesting character. Very like controversial when it first came out because they did like essentially like a 20-minute live stream where Sakurai was just like breaking down the character, showing off his moves and stuff. And like there's just tons of luck elements to the character. Like he can just get random critical hits on like any
Oh,
move.
jeez.
Even like his down B opens up like a menu it's like classic like Final Fantasy. You open like a menu of like spell list essentially, but you just get like 4 random ones, and it's like a list of like 20, and some of them literally just kill at 0. Like they're just fucking busted moves. Some of them are like heal, some of them make you just instantly recover from absolutely anywhere. But the thing is, it's all random, right? So if you're like way off stage and you need the one that instantly recovers you, you get like, I don't know, a 1 in 10 or 15 chance or whatever it is to get that move. So it's just a really wild character, definitely unprecedented in terms of Smash. And like the competitive scene is just like flaming it, because obviously, you know, RNG, like luck elements are not what you want in competitive games. But for me, from a casual point of view, I think Hero is like a really, really awesome design. Like there isn't many magic users in Smash, which I've always wanted more of. But you have like Zelda, who's cool. They finally made her like a lot of fun in this one. And then you have like Robin. And Robin's always felt like kind of clunky to me, unfortunately. So I don't know. I think it's cool to have another like magic user in there.
Yeah.
He even has like a magic, like a MP bar that like you have to get up over time, and when you get hits, you like recover it. So definitely a really unique character design. I think the aesthetic of it, as we talked about at E3, like just fits perfectly in with Smash. So I'm pretty happy with it, even though I don't have like any experience with the Dragon Quest games. And yeah, Banjo's next. It's pretty exciting. That's probably sometime.
That's when I'll be back.
Sometime this fall.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Are you gonna get Smash game?
Probably not, to be honest.
Yeah.
I will at some point, but not. Yeah, I should say that in my life, yes, because it just has that roster. I can't not own that game at some point. But in the next 6 months, no, because of Jedi Fallen Order, Death Stranding, Luigi's
games.
Mansion. It's a boom, boom, boom. But I think I would just borrow it from Taylor.
We'll play some Banjo when he's out.
Oh yeah, Banjo. I'm ready.
Hopefully he's out by the 24-hour stream we can play him in.
Yeah, I hope he's good. I'll be really disappointed if he sucks, because I remember I was not a big fan of like Sonic when he first debuted. He's gotten better, or I like him a bit more. But even I guess my biggest one was Mega Man. I hate Mega Man. I feel like he's pretty clunky. So
He's clunky unless you've played Mega Man games.
exactly,
And then
yeah.
he's very authentic to what that game is. So
Yeah, I just think you gotta reboot it a little bit, right? You can stay authentic to the character, but then to me, they just made him too not fun to play with. For me personally, as a casual, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone else is smooth, you know. Like even Pac-Man's more smooth than him. He's an older
Pac-Man's
game.
wild.
Yeah, but you know.
Yeah,
I was gonna say,
Oh,
we had a moment.
Stand
did
off,
have a
stand
moment.
off.
I was just quickly
Go
going to
for
say
it.
I really like the look of Hero.
Mhm.
It just especially like Dragon Quest.
Yeah.
I feel like it's kind of like maybe it's just a meme that me and my friends have been talking about. Like it looks so similar to Dragon Ball and like Dragon Ball Z and like
yeah.
those characters that they made.
Yeah.
So
The
I don't know.
spiky
It's just
hair.
really cool to see a Dragon Ball type character in there. So I don't know. I like the look of him, and
Oh, it's so colorful too.
yeah, I didn't know there's a lot of luck element to him though. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
And
literally random critical hits on
that-
all your moves.
especially
potentially.
like competitive smashes. That kind of blows my mind. But yeah, weird decision there.
I mean, Smash isn't competitive because it's inherently a competitive game. It's just like such a passionate like community behind it.
Mhm.
But Sakurai as a developer is like very much against like competitive
Oh really?
elements. They like that's why in Brawl they implemented tripping, which just like randomly your character will fall over because he just didn't.
Great game.
Just because he didn't. He doesn't want the better player to win. He just wants everyone to win. So
I like his thinking.
yeah, it's pretty.
I'm a weapons guy. Team
yeah,
weapons.
it's
Team weapons.
it's not terribly surprised that he's implemented a character like this. But from a casual point of view, he's like an amazing character, amazingly fun. So
Cool. Excited to try him.
Mm-hmm.
I've not tried them. When I was playing Marvel Ultimate Alliance, I was like, "Oh, your Smash is updated." I'm like, "Oh, got Hero in there."
Oh,
but,
nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, you got the DLC pack. Then.
I did get the
Nice.
DLC. Yeah, I could.
So you haven't tried him yet?
No, I have
Oh
not
my
tried it.
God.
But when I was checking out like his moveset and all that stuff, like the list that drops down, like just the sheer like luck that he has, I feel like it's based on luck, but to me it just seems so unbalanced. I feel like, you know, if you're working really hard and the battle is like it's at 1-1 and you got, you know, at 0% and he's at like 250 and you're just about to like knock him out and
Yeah.
he just lands that lucky crit on you.
Uh-huh.
You know, how can you not throw your fucking Joy-Con,
yeah,
you know?
it's that, but it's also like he
you
has
have
a-
restraint.
he has moves that straight up just like get him killed,
Yeah.
right? So it's like it's
Yeah, it's like that kamikaze move, right?
yeah, he has one move that literally kills himself. Obviously, you can choose not to pick it, but then he also has one that has like a random effect, so it might like make you really strong, but it also might make you just like move at the, you know, like really
Slow
really
speed.
slowly, and you just get like punished for free. So
The kamikaze move, now you die before the other person does, right?
the other person doesn't die at all; it just kills you.
Oh, it just kills you? Oh, I
Yeah.
thought it actually would kill them or knock them off the stage.
I think it maybe does some damage, but from what I've played with it, it didn't. Me and Clinton were screwing around with the character, and it didn't kill the other person.
Oh shit. Okay.
So-
Good to know.
It's pretty wild.
Yikes.
Don't use that move, Taylor.
But yeah, definitely a unique kind of boy. So
Boy,
interesting nonetheless.
let's go, hero.
That's my Nintendo news update in a nutshell. What? What's that face?
I just feel like Taylor has something to shout out.
I have one thing gaming news to shout out.
I'm
It
excited.
didn't occur to me until you were talking about games on PS Plus.
okay.
I was like, okay, well, this month on Xbox Live, we got Gears 4. And I thought, it's weird why they would give us Gears 4 because you have Xbox Live, you get it free with Games Pass. But I was like, oh, Gears 5 comes out September 10th. That's why they're giving out Gears 4 for free.
Cool.
So yeah, that's a cool little thing for all you Xbox fanboys out
We have a huge Xbox following. So.
there. Oh, yeah.
It was our
Cool.
biggest E3 cast this year, though. So
It's true. Xbox fans are like DC fans. So.
yeah,
A lot of Keanu Reeves
small
fans.
but loud.
Oh.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
put that in Taylor's gravestone.
Small but
Taylor,
loud.
where can they where can they find
Where
us
can
on the
they find
interwebs?
us?
Ladies and gentlemen, with your internet connection, you're data because we're data worthy. Or if you want to save a buck, you can donate it because, we're worthy in all aspects. But you can
You
find
say
us.
you can donate it?
They can donate it.
Like, how do you mean donate it?
Donate it to us.
Like on Patreon?
Yeah.
Okay.
For example.
You get lots of content on Patreon. We're about to film an After 9 here. That's going to be exclusive on there.
It's going to be a fun one.
You got Clone Wars retros. You got the Hobbit retros, which are staying up there for a long time. You got other stuff up there, so go do it.
Do it.
Just
Just
Do
do
it.
it.
do it.
Are you done?
Cool.
Okay.
Follow your dreams.
All the links are down below in the video and audio feeds. If you like what we do here on Apple Podcasts, please give us a review. We're trying to get to 200. Thanks, that last review gives a nice 5-star one. Bounced out the last one before that, which was a nice 1-star one. So just great,
Shouts out to the
Balance
one
as all
star.
things should be.
Exactly. So let us know what do you think about this. But please give us a written review. That's the ones we
Yeah.
need. Just subscribe. We got lots of good content
Follow our
dropping.
Twitch page. We're going to be doing more streams on there.
Yeah,
so
more streams.
help us out
Subscribe
there.
on YouTube.
We're trying to get 50 follows.
All the video content and the links are in the description down below, same as audio. So thank you very much for tuning in. When you hear from us next time, we promise you it will not be boring.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you
This
for
be the
tuning
same.
in.